principle in life. First of all of us have to wake up to the truth, the stark reality. You are in crisis, whether you are managing or not. You are in crisis. The way your body is behaving towards you, the way your mind is behaving towards you. Now, Phoenix Kanchipuram has joined. I can see you guys. I welcome you all. Blessings. Come on, let's come to the truth. Let's come to the stark reality. The way your mind is behaving to you, the way your body is behaving to you, the way you are responding, the way you are responding to the world, the way, please understand, I am not even talking about the past mess up each one of us created in our life. The pattern of creating mess up which we carry and with which we are playing our life. So you need to know the way your body responds to you, you respond to your body, the way your mind responds to you, you respond to your mind, the way you mess up your life continuously again and again. The first stark reality you need to wake up is you are in crisis. Just because you are not able to manage, don't try to forget the crisis. Second step. First step, knowing that there is a crisis. Second step, agitation cannot help you to get out of the crisis. See, everything in our society is invented to invent new problems. All our desires, fears, lifestyle, everything you can see. Money, the concept of money, the concept of ownership, everything is invented to invent new problems. It is like when the kids have to be kept occupied, you give them some playing things. What do you call that? There will be a box with multicolor. Rubik's Cube, I don't know the name. Good, I did not play with all that foolishness. Now, you completely destroy it and then you try to align it. What foolishness. I think our group we should ban that. Why do you first of all invent a problem then to find a solution? I come on, we already have multiple problems, find solutions for that. Putting your energy to invent a problem and then finding a solution for it. Please understand. When you enter into the space of Advaita, the first thing will happen is you will stop inventing problems. And you will start continuously solving. I tell you, Advaita will bring surety about you. The biggest gift of the space of Advaita is all your confusions will disappear. You will be sure about what you want to do, what you are and what you want to do. I tell you, people who honor the space of Advaita in their life as first priority, when they wake up like Ishvara of the universe, Jagadishvara. When they live like Jagadishvara. They are not only Jagadishvaras, Jagat Karanas. Please understand. When you are stuck with some pattern and unable to honor the space of Advaita, that is what I call Maya. And continuing to honor the Advaita, even if you are stuck with some pattern, is called tapas. That is tapas. I tell you, the world is going to be the world. In my world, if you carry the space of Advaita and approach the world, in the world also you will attract exactly people who carry the space of Advaita towards you. Understand? Living Advaita means declaring there is no period of delusion. Understand? The promise, message of Yoga Sutra is, now you are in delusion. If you do this, you will be liberated in the future. That is yoga. No. Even now you are liberated. Even now you are free. You are not at all bound. That is Tantra. Not only in the future or in the present, even in the past, you are always free. Is Advaita. Understand? There is no delusion period. Your history has no dark page. Cosmos never writes, Cosmos never makes a dark page in your history. Out of your sheer stupidity, you go on making some part of your life as a black part of your life, dark part of your life. Understand? There is no dark night in your history, is the message of Advaita. The whole comes from whole. Listen. Withdrawing is against life. See, before you start, spend enough time in analyzing, is it non-violent? Is it not hurting others? All that do it. Because anything violent, hurting others, the moment you realize you should withdraw. That is living Advaita. I am not speaking from that context listen. Withdrawing because you become powerless is against life. Sometimes you may withdraw to feel more powerful. For example, if you are taking the decision of killing and withdrawing from it because you feel it is violence, then it is right withdrawal. Actually, this withdrawal itself is decision for life. So this is the basic understanding you need to have. Whatever makes you powerful and live Advaita, you should decide for it.
Understand? If you remove the effect of yama, time on you, you can exist forever in that space. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space. Means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Tiredness and boredom does not get broken by cute commands. Puppy, puppy. Oh, cutie pee. Cutie pee, puppy, all will only pee. Only when you deal with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to digest oneness. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space.
I am not the body can never be the antidote for the pattern I am the body. I agree, I am the body, I am the mind. That only separates you from Advaitic truth, your original space. But I am not the body, I am not the mind is not solution. That is not antidote. The antidote is, solution for this problem is, as I always tell you, life is neither difficult nor easy. It is a technique. Solution for this problem is neither difficult nor easy. It's a technique. If you are constantly trying, I am not the body, I am not the mind, as the solution will be difficult, because this is not the solution. You are trying in the wrong direction. Hyderabad is this side, you go this side, and you say going to Hyderabad is very difficult, because you have to go around the planet Earth and come to Hyderabad. Life is neither difficult nor easy. It is technique. If I am the body is the pattern separates you from your original Advaitic space, I am not the body is not the solution. If I am the mind, idea separates you from your original Advaitic state, I am not the mind is not the solution. Find out the incident you started building the concept I am the body. Find out the root incident when you started building the concept I am the mind. Find out when you started building this pattern, when these incompletions have started getting rooted into you. More and more, dig inside you. I tell you, the more and more you understand how you built the pattern, more and more completion will happen. The pattern will lose its power over you. More and more you complete with the pattern, more and more experience of your original state of Advaita will come back to you. Please listen. You trying to shout as loud as possible, I am not the body, I am not mind, is not going to help. Advaita is neither difficult nor easy. It is technique. It's neither difficult nor easy. It is just technique. Understand? Listen. Dig more and more, deeper and deeper into your being. When you started building this pattern, I am the body, I am the mind. When you started feeling a deep affiliation, association with your incompletions. I have seen people taking decisions during the moments of craziness. This is my contribution. This word is crazy. Means scared and crazy, both together. Never ever decide when you are scared and crazy. Never ever decide when you are scared and crazy. Drop this pattern of making decisions. Drop this pattern of making decisions when you are scared and crazy. I tell you, 90% of the difficulties you face experiencing Advaita will be cleared away. You will be free from it. You will be liberated if you stop making decisions when you are scared and crazy. Do not make decisions when you are scared and crazy. The craziness which comes when you are scared Please understand. Being scared can be handled separately, successfully. Going crazy can be handled separately, successfully. But these two together is a deadly combination. Ultimately, the final dirt of the past incompletions leave your system only when you rewrite your future with Advaitic enthusiasm. Listen, only when you start creating the future with Advaitic enthusiasm, the past disappears. You have to make past irrelevant. Only then it disappears once for all. You have to make your past irrelevant. Understand? Only when you rewrite your future, your past becomes irrelevant. Only then your past becomes irrelevant. Your past can never become irrelevant if you don't rewrite your future with the tremendous enthusiasm. As long as you live the life, I told him, he did not do. I told her, she did not do. Means as long as you don't stand up to the whole around you, you will not be living Advaita. You will not be creating your life. Rewriting the future may be theory. Listen. Only when you rewrite your future, the past impact disappears. Somebody who is constantly in pain, that pattern can be beautifully transformed and manifested as constantly being in pleasure. I am giving you an example. Every pattern you have, every impossibility you have, either you can complete with them and get rid of it, or you can just transform them, manifest as power. If you are completing with them and getting rid of it, you are a Vedanti. If you transform them and manifest as power, you are a Shaivite. That's all. Completing with the pain patterns and getting rid of them is Advaita. Transforming them and manifesting as powers is Shuddha Advaita. That's all is the difference. Every day morning when you wake up, align yourself to that oneness. Every thought, every action, bring more and more Advaita into it. Please understand. Do not freeze yourself. Do not think you have grown up. Now nothing more can be done. Transformation is not possible. No. Every day the possibility for you to build a new personality, new body, new mind, new being is available, open. That availability is what I call life. Using that availability and making Advaita as a strategy, building a new body, new mind, new personality, new words, new thoughts, new actions is what I call living Advaita. Living Advaita. Please understand. Never ever miss being in higher self for any reason. Never ever avoid being in the space of completion for any reason. Your logic, your energy should never ever convince you not to be in the space of enlightenment. Please listen. The whole logical power you have should be constantly used to remind you, convince you, inspire you, impress you towards the Advaitic space. Few days before we were having family dinner. Then two of my sannyasis were playfully fighting about Mahadeva and Devi. Now I told them, even for casual fight, you cannot be reduced from Advaita Vedanta. Suddhadvaita Vedanta. Please listen. Even for a casual fight, you should not lose the clarity. But a nice thing, both of them understood. Both of them understood. The original substance is Mahadeva. The original substance of existence decided to enjoy itself. It is called Shakti, Devi. So both are one and the same to its core. There's nothing to fight between these two. So understand, moral of this whole incident, even in a playful way, you cannot miss the experience of Advaita. I tell you, whether it is a playful dialogue or debate or a violent war, the moment you miss the space of Advaita, you are defeated. If Arjuna has gone into the war
with the mood of Karna or Duryodhana or Bhishma or Drona, simply would have lost it. But Arjuna went with the space of Advaita because of Krishna's initiation. He won the game and came back.
Advaita becoming reality in your day-to-day life. Advaita becoming reality in your day-to-day life. Please understand. Any other technique, while you are practicing, Advaita does not become reality. But only the process of completion. Even when you are practicing, Advaita becomes your reality. Advaita becomes your lifestyle. One more important thing, very important truth I wanted to bring it to your notice. Japa, puja, meditation, pranayama, everything you only have to do for yourself. Others can't do. You can't do it for others. If you do it for others, others can have psychological satisfaction, but not the immediate impact of it. Understand? When you go and tell others, I've done puja for you, they can have a psychological satisfaction. When they tell you, you can have a psychological satisfaction. You can feel that that person loves you, that's all. But there is no immediate effect of it. But in the process of completion, only this process of completion, you can do it for others. Others can do it for you. Because the context from which this process of completion starts is Advaita, oneness. All of us are one, and all of us radiate the same space. All of us are one, and all of us radiate the same space. That is the context from which the completion starts. That is the basis of science of completion. Understand? That is why you can do completion for others. Others can do completion for you. Completion is the process, is the technique. Krishna describes, even if you practice very little, you will have a lot of good things happening to you. I can say this statement exactly matches for completion. Even if you practice very little, lot. So much of good can happen to you. Understand? Completion is such powerful process. I can tell you, it directly leads you to the experience of Advaita. After that, you can just go on be strategizing, cognizing from the space of Advaita. As I said, achieving Advaitic experience, living Advaita is not end of the journey. That is like only then you get the driving license. Driving license is not end of the journey. Only when you get the driving license, you can start driving. Living Advaita is not end of the journey. It's a driving license. From there, when you start operating, everything is successful. Operating from the space of Advaita is what I call rewriting your future. Not just developing your future, altering your future. I am not teaching you some self-development technique. No. I am not teaching you some self-development, personality development course. No. I tell you, in a way, living Advaita is not even transforming your life. It is just rewriting your life. You can rewrite your future. You can rewrite your past the way you perceive it. Understand? Only completion gives you the power to rewrite even your past. All other techniques give you the power to rewrite your future. Only completion gives you the power to rewrite even your past. Your past needs to be rewritten. If your future needs to be rewritten, your past needs to be rewritten. Rewriting your past, rewriting your future, both happens by the power of completion. I'll give you the example. Whether all the human beings see the sunrise or not, sun will continue to rise. That is the reality being reality by its own strength. But if all the human beings decide not to use the dollar will not have any value. This is shared reality. Understand? There's a big difference between shared reality and real reality. The value of gold is because of shared reality. All of us accept gold is valuable. All of us accept diamond is valuable, are made to accept. I can say. All of us are made to accept diamond is valuable, gold is valuable. Because of that, it becomes valuable. This is called shared reality. Reality should be reality by its own strength. Essence of today's satsang. Completion starts from Advaita, moves to Advaita, leads you to Advaita. That is the bestest gift Mahadeva gave to the world. Let us use that to separate the reality and shared reality and live, make decisions from the reality.
Advaita, the ultimate crisis management principle. Swami explained about this in multiple ways. And Swami explained to us about why this space of Advaita is so important. What exactly does this space of Advaita even mean? Swami explained to us in a very detailed way. May I request all the participants to please post, what did you understand from this? And Swami had explained to us so elaborately about what exactly is this when we say oneness, when we say Advaita. What do we mean by that? See, you need to know the way your body responds to you and you respond to the body, the way your mind responds to you and you respond to your mind, the way you mess up your life continuously again and again. The first stark reality you need to wake up to is you are in a crisis. Just because you're not able to manage, do not forget the crisis. This crisis, whether it's your identity crisis, whether it's a crisis with your own body, you are in a crisis. Listen to this very carefully, and I request all of you to intensely listen, and any doubts you may be having, feel free to ask. This is for all the viewers with us on the YouTube also. All the participants, viewers that are watching us on YouTube, Nithyananda to all of you. I request all of you also to intensely listen, and any questions that you might be having, feel free to ask them. So this is going to help you understand what exactly is the blind spot you're stuck in. See, are you putting your energy to invent a problem and then finding a solution for it? Spend a few minutes, scan your life. Look into your life and identify, scan through your life. Where all the incident, where you start building the concept that I am the body, I am the mind, when you start building this pattern, where these incompletions become the driving factor for you to make decisions in life. When you enter the space of Advaita, the first thing that will happen to you is you will stop inventing problems. You will start continuously solving. The angle of approach to life will not be coming up with problems, more problems and more problems. It will be coming up with solutions. You will not see life as problems and problems and problems. You will see it as solution and more solution. That is the first thing. And this is the best crisis management principle. Because what happens most of the times when you say crisis, what does it mean? These crises are the situations where we do not know how to deal with life. You feel like, oh God, things are all going out of my hand. I don't know how to get things back into my control. I think I can't manage. One side relationships are going bad, one side health is going bad, one side wealth is going bad. I don't know how to manage this. That crisis where we feel whatever we know as ours or me, that starts dropping. It is at that time this crisis management principle of Advaita is the most helpful, most resourceful in. Are you all understanding, catching it? If you just apply this one principle in your life, how Advaita is the best ultimate crisis management principle. All the decisions you make, if those decisions are out of conflict, you will only keep reflecting that in life. For example, your mom, you want to go to, let's say you want to go to a university to study. Your mom and dad are saying, no, we can't do that. There's a conflict in you. You want to choose arts, you want to choose fashion designing. Your parents are forcing you to choose software engineering. Now, you may end up choosing software engineering just to make sure that you can't handle the problems in the family. But even 30 years down the lane, there is going to be a conflict inside of you. You will never be able to forgive this portion of your life where just for that temporary joy of the family, you had to sacrifice your career. Or you may choose career also as your choice. You may say, no, I don't want to bother about what you guys think. I just want to go ahead and choose fashion designing. You may choose that course and you may go ahead and choose fashion designing. But what happens? Throughout your life, you carry an incompletion. You felt like, oh my God, my own parents, I'm having such a bitter relationship with them. Here, it is not the action of whether you're choosing fashion designing or whether you're choosing software engineering, whether you're choosing your passion or whether you're choosing your parents. That is not the question. Here, the way to manage this crisis in life is by applying the principle called Advaita, which means, like Swamiji said, looking into the conflict of the decision. What is the exact conflict that you're facing to make a certain decision? Addressing the situation based on the conflict that you carry and resolving the situation by addressing that conflict. How many of you are catching it or how many of you are understanding it? Ma Gomati, Ma Sonia Rao, Ma Priyadashini Chakravarti, and in the male bodies room, how many of you are catching it? Can I request each of you to post in the chat if you understood? Shri Paramasukhaya, Chaikunaya, Rowan Rishiyaya. Request each of you to please share. Ma Smriti Shanmugam. Where are you from, Ma? Nithyananda? Ma Smriti Shanmuganathan. Where are you from? And may I request you to please come on camera? Ma Geetanjali Khanna, where are you also from? Sorry, I just wanted to know where some of you are from. Which country are you from? Just wanted to know more about you. You can just post it in the chat. Which country are you from? Ma Sumati Shanmuganathan and Ma Geetanjali Khanna. Ma Gomati. Can I request you to please come on camera? Ma Sumati is having a wide smile. Sorry, we can't hear you. Sorry, I just wanted to explain. We have like multiple Zoom rooms, like 10 rooms are there, 10 Zooms are there. So we won't be able to hear your audio. So I request if you can just put it in the chat. You're from India. Which part of India? Where are you from? Like which state? You can just post it here. And is this your first Paramashivoham that you're attending? Paramashivoham Level-3 you're attending, Ma? I also request other participants, Marika Pai and Mayuginyana, Malita, Magamapriya, and Kailasa, Toronto. May I request all of you to please come on camera?
Kindly come on camera.
Understand how actually you can apply the science to resolve the situation in life. Okay. Now, each one of you that are sitting here, take a few minutes. I request each of you to revisit the crisis. Find out where is the exact incident you started building the concept of I am the body. Find out the root incident when you started building the concept of I am the mind. For example, if someone started telling something to you, okay, like someone started saying something about your body, you started so deeply getting affected, you felt your whole identity is shaken when someone makes a comment on your body. Go back to the earliest incident when you started building this pattern. The incompletion started getting rooted into you. Even if you can write one incident, you will be able to analyze from that. So I request every one of you to just spend a few minutes and write this down. Nithyananda, please relax. Hope all of you have written down. Hope all of you are able to analyze. Even if you are able to analyze one or two situations, that is good enough. Because from there, you can start slowly working on understanding further. And whenever that blind spot comes into you, you will be able to catch yourself. Because Advaita, once again, is the best principle for any crisis management. So anytime you have to make a decision, anytime you have to decide for something, again and again, bring back the space of Advaita inside of you. Now, we're all going to be entering into the power manifestation. And today, all of us are going to be manifesting a very, very interesting power. We're going to be manifesting the power of Aushadha Darshanam, where you are able to see and identify any solution for any disease. Actually, not just any solution. Swamiji very beautifully gave the initiation for this power. Swamiji tells you will be able to make anything into solution and you will be able to find a solution for any diseases. Actually, there's a very beautiful happening from Thiru Gnanasambandar's life. He's a great enlightened master and an incarnation. I'm going to be sharing that story with all of you because that is exactly how this power we're all going to be able to manifest. So Thiru Gnanasambandar, he was a child saint, very young, and what happens is he is going around and he's spreading Shaivism. He's singing the songs of Paramashiva, enriching people. It so happens that once Gun Pandyan, he's a king, Pandya king, and Mangayar Karasi is the queen and Gun Pandyan is the king. And Gun Pandyan gets converted into another religion and the Shaivism starts declining. So temples are not maintained, the Shaivites are not respected, they're tortured, and all of this happens. So Thiru Samandar, as a child, takes it on himself to go and revive and reestablish the whole the Shaiva Sampradaya. So what happens? Gun Pandyan is suffering from a disease, incurable disease, and he's having a hunched back. In the word for hunched back in Tamil is Gun. So they say Gun Pandyan is his name because he's having like a hunched back all the time and he can't stand straight. So Thiru Samandar goes and they disrespect and abuse Thiru Samandar, because of which Thiru Samandar says, actually Thiru Samandar is setting up and he's inside his monastery campus. They come and put fire in Thiru Samandar's campus. So Thiru Samandar's whole monastery campus is burning and it is a king's order to burn the campus down. So Trinyana Samandar says, the same fire that was put here, let it go back to the source of who put it from here. And that same fire went back to the king as an intense, like a disease. They don't know what is the reason for the fever, but there's such fever, like he's burning, his whole body is burning. He has such high fever. And the other religious guys who forcefully converted the king, they all come try different things. Nothing works out. The king is not able to be cured at all. Finally, they realize, okay, none of this is going to work out. And then the queen, who's a very ardent devotee of Paramashiva, she tells, let us go to Trinyana Samandar. He's the only solution. This is a repercussion of the karma of what you did to him. So the king says, all right, if that is what is the solution, then let's go try. Sorry. And the king agrees, and then Trinyana Samandar comes. Very beautifully he sings. He just takes, there is nothing for him to heal. He just takes bhasma, sacred ash, in his hands, and he says, Mandira Mavada Neer. He starts singing a beautiful song on Paramashiva, saying how the bhasma, the power of the bhasma, and he applies it. Immediately, the whole body is cured. Understand, the power that all of us are going to be manifesting today is this power of Aushadha Darshanam, where we are able to use anything as medicine, make medicine into anything into medicine. That is the power of Aushadha Darshanam, and it's a very, very highly advanced power. So I request all the participants that are sitting here to connect intensely whenever you're manifesting this power. Understand, the whole power is about you seeing the root, the source of what the issue is, and being able to identify the solutions for it. Are all of you understanding? If you all understood, please put yes in the chat. If you understood the meaning of what Aushadha Darshanam power is, I request all of you to put yes in the chat and confirm to us. Okay, great. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be projecting different images for all of you. Like I could project a random Ayurvedic herb, or I could project a random medicine for you all. You're going to be scanning and identifying what that medicine is, what are the benefits of it, what are the uses of it, and what is the cure for it, how we can use it. Now I'm going to be chanting the Shastra Pramana for this power of Aushadha Darshanam. Tasmin dhyanam sada yogi karoti manipurake tasya patala siddhe syan nirantara sukha vahyaya ईप्स्यत्यज्ञ भललोके दुःखरोगविनाशनं कालस्य वन्नचानापि परदेहप्रवेशनं जाक्सुन्दकीरणानां च सिद्धानां दर्शनं भवेत् औषधैर्दर्शनं चापि निधीनं दर्शनं भवेत्. Very beautiful pramana. Basically, what it says is that Paramashiva reveals that when yogi contemplates on Manipuraka chakra, he gets the power called Patala Siddhi, the giver of constant happiness. He becomes a lord of desires, destroys sorrows, diseases, defeats death, and can enter into the body of another. He can make cold, see clairvoyantly, identify diseases for medicines, and he can identify medicines for diseases and see hidden treasures. This is the power of Aushadha Darshanam, where you are able to identify what exactly is the issue, and you're able to identify the source of the issue and the solution for the issue. Now, all of you are going to be manifesting this exact same power. Let's say someone has back problem. You will not just scan and tell, oh, I'm saying that you have a pain in your back. No, you're going to be identifying the root of it. Why is that pain there? And you're going to be able to identify the solution for it. Catching it? Now, listen very carefully. I request all of you to listen to this because you're all going to be manifesting this now. We are now going to be projecting different medicines for all of you. And I'm going to request each of you to scan and identify what exact medicine it is. I'm going to be projecting a random plant. Okay. You're going to be identifying which part of this plant is used for medication. What specialty is that? Like what is it specifically used to cure for? You're going to describe precisely because many plants have multiple medicinal properties, but they're all known predominantly for one unique thing that they specialize at. So I request every one of you to connect to Swamiji. And the moment you see the picture, whatever details come to you in your third eye, go on describing it. Go on sharing it. Go on explaining whatever comes to your third eye. Please chant the Mahavakya and start the power manifestation.
Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Now, let us all identify what exactly is the answer for this particular question that was projected to all of you. I request every one of you to post and let us verify now what is the exact purpose of why this particular plant or herb was used.
Great. Now, so many of you have posted so many answers, right? Let us now identify what exactly is the answer for this. So these are, first of all, called as Gloriosa lily. Now, when we're showing you the answer, this particular plant can be found in the regions of southern and tropical African parts of Asia. In Indian Ayurvedic medicine system, the plants are used to treat skin conditions such as leprosy, ringworm, itching, ulcers, and bruising. And it is also used in poultices to treat arthritis and sprains and snake bites. Okay. So now let us see what are the answers that all the participants have posted. All have manifested. If you have manifested, can you please put yes, I have manifested. Istat is saying it looks like I'm projecting my symptoms. See, my Istat, many times, first, you may start feeling it even in your own body. Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry. Don't feel like only you're trying to project your symptoms is probably guessing. No. Start intensely sitting and doing the manifestation. More and more you start manifesting, you yourself will realize and understand how neither you cherishing that whether I'm Paramashiva or I'm not Paramashiva, both arguments will lose its value. Like let's say Swamiji said, right? Your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, they're not even legitimate. They don't even exist. They don't even have power over who you are. Beyond all that delusion, SHD, whatever you carry, you are Paramashiva's only truth. Hold on only to that truth. Now, whatever you're talking, see, is it really coming from my powerful cognition that I am Paramashiva? If not, let me just drop this. Cardiovascular and emotion. For stomach issues, reducing body heat. Lily plant. Okay, Maharishi has posted. It's a lily plant. The flowers are dried and then taken as tea. It can be used as powder for wound care. It is antibacterial. Wow. That's amazing. That's exactly the answer. Harish, did you know this logically? Or you answered it? Was it your third eye? Just asking to know because it's really good manifestation. If you knew it logically, do not attempt it. But if you did not know it logically and you have posted this, it's amazing. Really amazing. Kathleen says, yes, I saw it should be rubbed on skin for a variety of reasons, including pain. Wonderful, Kathleen. Just hold on to that healing connection with Swamiji. See, your feeling connection with Swamiji is the strength, and that's the only thing required for you to start manifesting powers. You just cherish that. Go on manifesting. You don't have your self-doubt to withhold yourself from doing the power manifestation. You should be telling us even before. Whatever is appearing, go ahead and tell it. Okay? Maharishi says it's from third eye. Wonderful.
When we are scanning, right, what happens often is we start having this feeling, like Maistak or one of you had posted that you feel it like you're projecting your symptoms to when you're seeing it. The third eye, when it manifests, it can manifest in any which ways. Sometimes you may feel it as, you'll see it as images, sometimes you'll hear it as sound. This is an expression of something called synesthesia, where you see the sounds, where you hear the taste. It'll be where you're experiencing the reality through multiple senses. And this is one of the powers that manifest when your third eye is awakened. So don't worry about it. It's an expression of the third eye. But you just go on describing whatever you see when you chant the Mahavakya. Understanding? All right. Now it is time for all of us to enter into the next session of our day today. Today, through the day, we're going to be manifesting this power of Aushadha Darshanam. We're going to be manifesting the power of being able to identify solutions through the third eye for any problems that are given. So through the day, we request all the participants to keep actively participating, keep sharing where you're manifesting, where you're having a breakthrough. Even if you're stuck at some point, let's say you're not able to manifest, we request all of you to please share with us where you have the problem, where you're not able to manifest, and we'd be happy to support you for you to have a breakthrough.
All right, now let's move to our next session, where we are going to be learning about Paramadvaita. Let's listen to the revelation now from Swamiji. Intensely listen to this, and you can post your questions right after this session.
If you come to the conclusion that your God is Paramashiva, you will manifest Bhakti. If you come to the conclusion your world is Paramashiva, you will manifest Yukti, right knowledge about life, Tasmat. If you come to the conclusion your individual self is Paramashiva, you will manifest Shakti. Listen, I'll repeat. If you come to the conclusion Your God is Paramashiva. He decides when you will be born, how you will be living, when you will leave earth, where you will reach. If you cognize that, if you understand that, your God is Paramashiva. He is living intelligence, independent intelligence, living alive right now. You will manifest so much bhakti. Wow. If you understand this whole world, this Jagat is Paramashiva, you will realize you will have amazing strategies to win, to be successful, to be consciously productive. Understand that word, consciously productive. Success is not winning over others. That is social success. Winning over others, having more money than the others, having more power than the others, having more things than the others. That is social success. But I am talking is conscious success, feeling that you can do anything. Ishwaratva. That comes to you when you know this Jagat is Paramashiva. Yukti, amazing yukti. Anything you see, you will just know the strategy to deal with it, live with it. When you come to the conclusion, your soul, Jiva, is Paramashiva, you will just manifest Shakti. Listen. Knowing Ishvara, your God is Paramashiva, makes you manifest Bhakti. Knowing this world, universe, Jagat is Ishvara, Jagat is Paramashiva, makes you manifest Yukti. Knowing yourself, Jiva, individual, is Paramashiva, makes you manifest Shakti. Knowing your Jiva, your Ishvara, your Jagat, knowing your Jiva, your Ishvara, your Jagat, all the three are Paramashiva, is Paramadvaita. That is what I call Paramadvaita, manifesting Shakti, Bhakti, Yukti. Listen. Knowing your soul, individual Jiva, is Paramashiva, your Jagat, world, is Paramashiva, your Ishvara, God, is Paramashiva, knowing all the three are Paramashiva, is Paramadvaita. Listen. Listen to this truth. Every word I am uttering, even if you intellectually catch it, you will be liberated so much. You have so much liberation. Listen. I'll repeat. Cognizing your Jiva, individual self, is Paramashiva, makes you manifest Shakti. Cognizing your Jagat, world, is Paramashiva, makes you manifest Yukti. Very powerful strategies for conscious success. You will have social success also, but conscious success, you just know how to deal with everything. And if you cognize your Ishwar, God is Paramashiva, you will manifest Bhakti. Understand? Realizing your soul, Jiva, Jagat, your world, Ishvara, your God, all three are Paramashiva, is Paramadvaita. That is Paramadvaita. In course of life, when body mutates, it starts manifesting more possibilities, more powers. Mind mutates, it starts manifesting more possibilities and more powers. Humanity heard only about these two mutations. Humanity heard only about physical mutation and mental mutation. But Hinduism knows this cosmic science of conscious mutation and superconscious mutation. Conscious mutation means realizing you are more than your body, your mind, you are more than the length, breadth, depth, time, space, dimensions. Consciousness is foundation, source of length, breadth, depth, time, space. I can say the force of consciousness is the foundation of gravitation force, electromagnetic force, nuclear force, and strong nuclear force. Exploring the possibility of your own consciousness, powers of your own consciousness, and manifesting it is conscious mutation process. In Sanskrit we call it Pratyakatma Chaitanya Jagratam. The Vedas and Agamas, the ancient Hindu scriptures, which reveals about the cosmic science of Hinduism, describes conscious mutation as Pratyakatma Chaitanya Jagratam, Atma Swadantram, Atma Mukti, Atma Prabhavam, Atma Vilasam, Swarajya Siddhi, Atmanubhuti, self-realization. All these words denote, mean conscious mutation. The next is superconscious mutation. The ultimate existence, power, what we call as Paramashiva in Hinduism, in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Hinduism, we have various names. Paramashiva, Parandama, Parabrahma, Parameshwara, Parameshwari, Paramatma, the ultimate. That super consciousness entering into individual consciousness of you, your individual consciousness, and mutation happening, you manifesting. That super conscious mutation is the ultimate, we call it moksha, ultimate liberation, Paramadvaita Anubhuti. In Sanskrit, we use the word Paramadvaita Anubhuti, ultimate oneness. Hindu tradition, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, is focused on this superconscious mutation, ultimate oneness. Just physical mutation and mental mutation happens in the lower planes of the universe. But conscious mutation and superconscious mutation happens in the higher planes of the universe, vertical time zones of the universe. Paramashiva's message directly from Maha Kailasa. Listen. Superconscious mutation is literally experiencing Paramadvaita spontaneously, simultaneously, and manifesting the energies of Paramadvaita synergetically. It is beyond initiation, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada. One initiation is equivalent to trillion instructions. Listen, one initiation is more than trillion instructions. Even if you receive trillion instructions, it won't match one initiation. One initiation is more than trillion instruction. Same way, one Shaktipada is more than trillion initiations. Then, one Shaktinipada is more than trillion Shaktipadas. One superconscious mutation, Paramadvaita Diksha, is equivalent to trillions, I should say more than trillions of Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, all initiations. Superconscious mutation is the process of manifesting Paramashiva in all your 25 phases and phases. P-H-A-S-E-S, phase, phases. Phases, F-A-C-E-S. All of us have 25 different dimensions which functions spontaneously, simultaneously, without getting confused with each other. Listen. Your ability to put your body in autopilot mode, like your heart beating itself, blood purifying itself, liver functioning itself, digestion happening on its own, logical thinking, cognizing happening on its own, emotional processing of how you feel about others and yourself and situation, the emotional cognitions happening on its own. If you just look, 25 different dimensions of you is independently functioning spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically. So understand your logic, which receives information, processes information, makes decision. Your emotional cognitions receives inputs, processes, and decides. Understand? Listen. Your core cognition, how it projects itself to others, and how it feels about itself, and how it is. All these 25 different dimensions of you getting superconscious mutation through the initiation is the process I am doing right now for all of you. Listen. Visualize the 25 phases of Paramashiva. You also have it. You also have the same 25 phases. Different phase of you is each of that phase. So understand. All the 25 phases of Paramashiva manifesting in you with the same superconscious powers of Paramashiva is The purpose of the initiation I am doing now, right now. The core phase of Paramashiva is exactly what he is. In you also, the core phase of you is exactly what you are, not what you feel or what you project. No. What you feel as you are is different than what you are. What you project as you are is different from what you are. The core of what you are and the core of what is Paramashiva is made to feel Paramadvaita oneness during this initiation. I have experienced in the parallel universe what is Paramashiva in Kailasa, what is me in this Bhuloka. The core of Paramashiva, what he is and what I am, is one and the same. That Paramadvaita, when I ignite in you through the initiation, all the different dimensions of Paramashiva, all the 25 phases of you starts getting awakened, starts manifesting. The Paramadvaita is an extremely powerful superconscious mutation process. When I renounce all my expectations about you, you flower into me. When you renounce all your expectations about me, you manifest in oneness with me. Paramadvaita happens when you renounce all expectations. So I declare now, as a living manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, I renounce all my expectations about all of you. All of you decide to renounce all the expectations you have about everything, including the expectations you have about this initiation. Just sit with a pure Tyaga. Be Tyaga Raja. Be pure Tyagi. Tyaga is the royal way, connects you to manifest Paramadvaita with Paramashiva. It's an immediate way of manifesting the superconscious mutation. People ask, oh, through initiation, just like that I can do what I want. You can. Just drop all the expectations you have about you, from you, by you, and all expectations you have with Paramashiva, with universe. Drop everything. And sit now with the Tyaga as a Tyagi. Paramadvaita and Saranagati. Paramadvaita from the space of Paramashiva, Saranagati from the space of you, both are parallel universe, synergetic, spontaneous, simultaneous trigger. When he triggers Paramadvaita Anubhuti, you experience Saranagati. When you trigger Saranagati, he experiences Paramadvaita Anubhuti. When you trigger Saranagati, he experiences Paramadvaita and he triggers more Saranagati in you, and your more Saranagati triggers more Paramadvaita in him. So end of the day, Paramadvaita and Saranagati merges into one and becomes one beyond oneness.
Reviewing the session. Can I request each of you to post what you understood and what you learned from the session? Can I request all the participants to post? All right. Now, I request every one of you to share what exactly you understood. What is it the science that you click with as Paramadvaita? Come on, can I request every one of you to share? Nithyanandam, the male bodies, I request all of you also to share. Keep posting. Sri Nitya, Parama, Shantananda, and Amritapaya. all the participants, I request every one of you to please share with us whatever you understood, and please keep interacting with us what you understood. That way we will be able to discuss on this and we'll be able to get our understandings deeper and deeper.
Paramadvaita is you knowing your Jiva, your Ishvara, and the Jagat. All three are Paramashiva. Knowing very clearly how Jiva means individual consciousness, what we call a soul, ourselves, our consciousness, whatever. Ishvara, Paramashiva, God, Jagat, the universe. All these three are one and the same. The moment you realize that, you know that you are in Paramatma, the ultimate existence, power, what we call as Paramashiva, the super consciousness, entering into individual consciousness of you and your individual consciousness and the mutation happening, you manifesting that super conscious mutation is the ultimate Paramatma Anubhuti. Today, we were all sitting and manifesting the power of social expression. Many of you were very precisely able to manifest it also. Am I right? Many of you manifested. Now, all those who were able to manifest that, able to sit and experience that power of oneness, you at that moment, you are manifesting Paramadvaita. Because it's not you who's manifesting, it is Paramashiva infusing himself into your consciousness. He's just entering inside you and manifesting through you. You all have had really powerful expression of power manifestation, like you never expected and had a real power manifestation breakthrough. Magitanjali Khanna has posted, Paramashiva's divine power is within ourselves. One thing more, see, when we cognize it as Paramashiva's divine power is within ourselves, we still cognize it more like an independent entity is there in us. But Paramashiva, his very reflection is us.
And actually, this is what revealed. This is what Swamiji revealed just yesterday or day before yesterday in the session. When yesterday Swamiji elaborated on this, Swamiji said, see, even if you use some factor to convince about one component of Paramashiva, that is delusion. Like for example, because you're manifesting powers, if you think you're Paramashiva, you're falling into delusion. Because you're not manifesting powers, if you think you're not Paramashiva, you're again falling into delusion. The Paramadvaita, the experience of Paramadvaita that happens in our inner space, is a manifestation of the powerful cognitions, the eternal space that we are in. I'll give you an example. Let's think about it, okay? We all think an island is a separate land, correct? Like there's one continent or there's one piece of land, and then there's another piece of land which is surrounded completely by water. So what do we think? We think it's an island, it's separate. But that separation that you perceive between one land and another island is delusion. You know why? At the very root, the whole mass of land is connected at the bottom. Everything is from the same source. The water on top is just creating an illusion as if there's a separation. So you perceive a separation between two land masses and you call them that they're separate, they're individual, but they're not. Fundamentally, they're all existing from the same source. That is what is Advaita. Swamiji very beautifully explains how the water creates the illusion that one land is separate from the other. Same way, the incompletions, the thought patterns that you carry inside of you, they create the illusion as if one is separate from the other. This illusion, this delusion is what is called Maya. That you see something which does not exist as it exists is Maya. This is exactly what happens to us whenever we go through incompletions, whenever we think, oh, we're separate from the source. The ultimate existence of Paramashiva, manifestation, experiential manifestation of Paramashiva is Paramadvaita. There is a very powerful process where Swamiji is given to experience this. It's a 3-step process. So what we are going to be doing is, I request every one of you to cognize this, do this process sincerely, because by doing this process, you are preparing yourself for the superconscious mutation. So ready? Shall we all start? In the first step, visualize the 25 faces of Paramashiva. 6 straight. Please close your eyes. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Please close your eyes. Can I request every one of you to close your eyes? All the viewers that are watching us on YouTube, I request every one of you to please close your eyes as well. You can do all of these processes and keep sharing with us what you're experiencing, what you're understanding, how you're manifesting this full experience for you. Close your eyes. Now, visualize the 25 heads of Paramashiva. 25 heads, 75 eyes, 50 hands. Visualize the cosmic form of Paramashiva. Now, each of you also have the exact same 25 faces, the different phases of Paramashiva in each of that phase. So the 25 heads of Paramashiva that you're seeing and visualizing, each of you also have exactly that same phases in you. Now, the core phase of you is exactly what you are. Not what you feel, not what you project. The core space of you is exactly what Paramashiva is. And Paramadvaita happens when you renounce all expectations, just drop all expectations that you have about you, from you, by you, and all expectations you have with Paramashiva, with universe. I request every one of you to intensely, sincerely do this process. Please understand, when you close your eyes, when you visualize Paramashiva, drop all notions that you carry about your existence, about Paramashiva's existence, what you understand as you, what you understand as Paramashiva. Drop all those notions and just connect intensely to Paramashiva. This will just create a beautiful space of Paramadvaita inside of you.
Gentlemen, everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed the intronization exercise. How did you feel about you visualizing yourself as Paramashiva with the 25 heads, 50 hands, 75 third eyes, visualizing yourself as Paramashiva? Yes. So like even for me also, me visualizing myself as Paramashiva is really like an extraordinary thing. So with this intronization exercise, let us move into power manifestation session. See, Paramadvaita, it's nothing but you experiencing ultimate oneness within yourself and Paramashiva. Like how Swamiji experienced the Paramadvaita within himself. All of you can guess when Swamiji experienced it. Yes. It is during the time when Swamiji was spending his 9 months with Anil Yogeshwara, Swamiji experienced Paramadvaita within himself. When Anil Yogeshwara was sitting in the linga, and Swamiji, who ran to the Garbha Mandir and saw Anil Yogeshwara sitting at the Garbha Mandir, and was saying that, Swami, I called you for this long, why have you not answered? And at last saw Anil Yogeshwara. And at the end, Swamiji and Anil Yogeshwara, Swamiji felt the oneness within himself. He felt the Paramadvaita with Anil Yogeshwara. Swamiji says very beautifully that from then on, he never felt separated from Anil Yogeshwara, nor he needed to say Anil Yogeshwara separately in a form for him to experience the oneness again. He already experienced the Paramadvaita just with one hug, which Anil Yogeshwara gave to Swamiji. So, with this understanding of Paramadvaita, let us get into the power manifestation. So, in this round, in this round, you will be manifesting the power of Aushadha Darshanam, where you will be scanning on how to use this particular herb, this particular medicine on your body. Okay, so are you ready for it? Yes. Okay. So now, I request all you to sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Swamiji at the third eye. Intensely start chanting the Mahavakya within yourself. If you want, you can chant it out loud. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes. So now, a picture is being projected. So this picture is a picture of a herb. So now I request all of you to connect with the Paramashiva within yourself and ask him, which body part do we use this particular herb?
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Continue chant Mahavakya intensely.
Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham.
To relax, open your eyes. Now, type down whatever Paramashiva has revealed to you. Whether Paramashiva showed an image, describe the image in the chat. Or you heard something, describe what you heard in the chat. Whatever Paramashiva showed you, type it down in the chat exactly how you saw. Do not doubt whether the revelations are true or am I using my logic, whatever. Just detailedly type down whatever Paramashiva showed you. Yes, detailedly type down whatever Swamiji showed. Can be anything. Okay. So now, I request the answers to be shown. So now let's take a few minutes, a moment to write down all the answers what Paramashiva showed you, what Swamiji showed you. Detailedly write down, detailedly type it out. Yes. So are we ready to look for to see the answer? Okay. So now I request the answer to be projected. Okay. So this herb name, Salvia romacinus. So that's the botanical name of this herb which you're seeing. So basically, this medicine has been used in traditional medicines. Yeah, so this herb is a rosemary herb. So basically, this herb enhances your memory, brain functioning, cognitive functioning, and alertness. The needles, like leaves, are rosemary, gives out a pleasing fragrance and used in making essential oils too. So basically, using the leaves of the oil, you can get nice smell. It gives nice aroma, which you can even use as essential oil. And this herb is highly converted into the perfume industry for its intense and strong aromas, offers a prolific, rich, and highly fragrant nectar. Yes. So now I request all the participants to verify your answers, whether you have manifested or not. See, do not think that I have to manifest it. For every round of manifestation, think it is a new opportunity you can be with Swamiji. You can experience with Swamiji. Like how Swamiji used to wait to be with Anil Yogeshwara. He longed. Literally every single moment, he just wanted to be with Anil Yogeshwara. Like even when he's with Anil Yogeshwara, Swamiji will either hold his toe or hold his finger, somehow touch either body parts of Anil Yogeshwara, to feel as if Anil Yogeshwara is giving energy into him. So same way, each power manifestation session is you spending time with your Swamiji. It is spending time with Swamiji who's sitting inside of you. You can just close your eyes and connect with him any single moment that he is there. Swamiji always says, I'm there, alive inside your inner space. So each power manifestation session, each segment is you spending time with Swamiji, you being with him. That's it. It matters how much time you're spending time with Swamiji. It's not about whether you're manifesting it or not, or whether you got it right. Yes, of course, manifesting the powers is it's a thing which comes. But the main thing you need to understand is about you enjoying the Paramadvaita within yourself. So power manifestation is nothing but you enjoying the Paramadvaita which you're experiencing with Swamiji. Okay. So with this understanding, we can move on to the next session. So now I request all of you to go ahead, go to Facebook and share your experiences. What did you experience? What did you understand? What is the cognition you got on this session, Paramadvaita? What the cognition clicked with you? And how you implemented in the power manifestation session? And you can post your experiences in the Facebook group. So now I request all of you to take a few minutes and post in the Facebook group whatever your experiences, your powerful cognition which you got. Yes. So now, the next session, which you're going to be understanding, is one of the most important sessions, where we'll be learning what is the difference between agitational gratification and delayed gratification.
The Isavasya Upanishads, 11th verse. Please recite along with me. 14th verse of the Isavasya Upanishad. Recite. Sambhurim cha vinasam cha yastat vedopayagnosa vinasena mrityam tetva sambodhyam mritamashnude. Understand? Cognize your existence. Cognize the existence of the life, universe, God, everything with a larger vision. Listen, why you do what you do, why you think the way you think, should be based on larger vision of life, not just immediate agitation gratification. Please understand, all your so-called luxury, the sensory pleasures are agitation gratification. Please understand. The agitation you feel in the tongue, you gratify it with the food which destroys your health but gives you temporary gratification. Please understand. In Agama, Mahadeva describes what is taste. If your whole tongue and the mouth experiences the saliva, that is taste. That will never happen by the food which gives you the pleasure of agitational gratification. Please understand. High spicy. Understand? This two word, agitation gratification, delayed gratification. When you think you are going to exist only this 20-25 years which is in front of your eyes, you will always opt for only agitational gratification things. Now, what next?
See, I'll give you the science of parasite. Whenever you go through the intense flood of hormones and chemicals, for example, hunger, or feeling very horny, lusty, or feeling frightened, terrorized, whether you feel lusty, sexually driven, horny, or frightened, terrorized, or hungry, all these three is just flood of hormones and chemicals inside you. Whenever the hormones and chemicals are flooded inside you, the womb, mother component for the parasites to be born, is created. The egg, garbha, for the parasites to be born is created. The good news is, you can live without letting the parasites happen in you. But if you decide to dump food the moment you feel hungry, your action is the male component, sperm inserted into the egg. Your actions, going with the flow pattern of the hormones and chemicals in you, your actions are male component added to the female component, parasite is born. Your actions are the male component required for the parasite to be born in you. The chemicals and hormones make the womb, egg, female component for parasites. Your deluded actions, going with the flow of the hormones and chemicals, those actions are male component for the parasites to be born. When they both happen, when they both meet, parasites are born in you. Listen, never eat the moment you are hungry. Bring eating to a very clear, conscious flow. I give you the best practice. Eat only once a day. Listen to every line. Eat only once a day. At least within the next 6 months, come to this practice. Raise yourself. Eat only once a day. Keep everything you want to eat before the puja. Offer everything to Paramashiva and Guru in the puja. All this is a reason. Because when you eat only once, your whole body will feel the hunger. Even though you are feeling hungry and the food is in front of you, you cannot eat immediately because you have to do the puja. Whole thing has to be offered to Paramashiva. The delayed gratification will happen. So the agitated parasites will not get strengthened by your repeated actions of fulfilling them whenever they trigger you. See, when the parasites are born, they get strengthened by triggering you and making you act on the same pattern. Listen. Only once in 24 hours you are going to eat means the whole body will be hungry. Even though the body is hungry, your parasites are triggered, and the parasites are triggering the not just anger, and the food is there in front, but you can't eat because you have to now do the puja and offer the whole thing to the deity. And finally you have to eat. The whole boiling, triggering of the parasite, the whole thing will happen and settle down. Your eating will not strengthen the patterns your parasites trigger in you. Delayed gratification will kill the parasites and the patterns triggered by the parasites. A person who does delayed gratification lives healthy, long. Lives healthy, long. Because the parasites in him can't trigger patterns in him. I tell you, don't think hunger triggers only the commands to get food and eat. No. The hunger triggers the kind of irritation which is responsible for almost every bad thing happening in the society. I tell you, 99% of the time, people who are fighting are hungry, triggered by hunger pattern. Annadana is the best strategy. I've always seen, whenever the people come to visit me, yes, I tell them first, feed them, give them food, then I'll meet them. So the meeting will always be pleasant. They will be in the mood to listen to what I'm saying. There will be beautiful communication. Parasites get strengthened. I tell you, life is a beautiful gambling. Either it can make you God or it can just destroy you. It is how you play. Life is neither good nor bad. It's how you play. If you allow the parasites to take decisions for you, be very clear, then you are planning for the success of the parasites, not you. And Parasites do not take the responsibility for all the happenings of your life externally. Good, bad, right, wrong. It's only you who need to take the responsibility for the good, bad, right, wrong. It's you who is going to enjoy or suffer, not the parasites which is hiding inside your muscle memory. They just continue to suck you and make you believe parasites and the patterns generated by parasites are you. They literally take over your identity. Understand? When I open my third eye, I burn your parasites, not you. But you always say, oh, Swamiji is so ferocious. Hey, I'm ferocious on your parasite, not on you. I love you. When I show my ferociousness, I make a loud statement, I love you. And I'm burning your parasite. If you try to burn it on your own, you may take bucks and bucks. If you allow me to burn it, I can finish it in a few days. I'm telling you. Make these simple things. Make one meal a day as a life. That also keep everything ready. The smell, hot food, fresh food. And naturally, all the patterns, parasites, everything will be triggered inside you. You'll be already hungry, and the smell of the food, then you can't eat because you have to do the puja now. Once you keep everything ready. The delayed gratification. So after the puja, if you will eat exactly what you need, how much you need. The whole process of eating will not tire you. It will empower you. I tell you, the most healthiest people who live for a long time, healthy, I've seen in my life, all of them, 100%, whether my grandmother or Kanchi Paramacharya, my grandmother lived 103. Another one grandmother lived 106. My grandfather lived more than 90. And Kanchi Paramacharya lived 100 years. Just I think few months less than 100 years. All of them whom I have seen who lived long, all of them had one lifestyle. Less food or no food. Very less eating. They built the body systematically from the young age itself to live with minimum food, minimum quantity of food. Their food was very subtle, like breathing or liquid. Paramacharya will fast for days continuously. In my family, everyone lived quite a long time, other than my father. Everyone lived such long number of years. Because all of them had this habit of fasting for Paramashiva. Listen, this is also one of the reasons why there are sculptures about sex before you enter the temple in Bajrava. Many temples, almost all temples will have sexually explicit sculpture before you enter the temple. It's like delayed gratification. You come to the temple. There are multiple reasons. One, that is the way the proper right sex education was preserved and presented to generations in Hindu tradition. And second, you are sexually triggered, but you can't act out. Now you have to go to the temple inside and do puja. Even if you are in a hurry, it will take hours. You have to go to the temple and do puja and return the home, come back to the home, or while you stay, even you can find your husband or wife or partner, whatever. By the time the delayed gratification will happen, your patterns, your parasite cannot become powerful due to your actions. If you listen to my instruction and practice only one meal a day, that also all the food you are supposed to eat, you will keep it ready and start the puja. By the time you start the puja, literally all your parasites will be triggered, microbes will be triggered, they will all be passing commands inside you. Hey, do this, and everything will be triggered, but you are silently supposed to sit and do puja. By the time you finish the puja and start eating, all the patterns will settle down, and beautifully the delayed gratification will happen. Your eating will not strengthen your parasites, microbes, and the patterns triggered by them. If you understand this, you will also understand why the sexually explicit sculptures outside the temple. Because when you see them, you'll be triggered, but you can't act now. You have to go inside the temple and do puja. So the parasite and the patterns triggered by parasites will just melt down. Your action will not strengthen the parasites and the patterns triggered by the parasite. This will empower you. This will empower you.
To be energetic, you don't need to eat whole day. What is eaten whole day is junk food. That is not the food for energy or health. To be healthy, just that 1 or 2 meal, clear diet, vegetarian, uncooked, sattvic food is enough. But the diet should be with a clear rule and regulation. Same way, to be enlightened, you don't even need to do whole day spiritual practices. Just the right cognitions, awaken the right cognitions inside and install them, invoke them. Please understand. Now the truths I am teaching, if you invoke them inside your being, they will be making peace inside you eternally. The deepermost part of the cosmic consciousness is peace, Sadashiva. You can experience that by this verse. Please understand. This verse can make you experience the deepermost part of the cosmos, the eternal peace, the Sadashiva. Only one thing. Sit with yourself. Cognize what all is perishable, inauthentic ambitions in you, what all imperishable, authentic, conscious manifestation in you. Don't be afraid. You may suddenly find there's nothing authentic in you. Everything is just perishable, inauthentic. Don't be afraid of that. Everything being inauthentic is not something wrong, but you living it without recognizing it is something wrong. So even if you recognize, everything you know inside you is inauthentic, perishable, don't worry. This recognition itself is enough. Then drop the whole thing. Drop everything you discovered as perishable, inauthentic, nothing wrong. You may ask, then how will I run my life? What will I hold on? Don't worry about that. You don't need to hold on to anything for your life. Life is independent of your thinking and cognition. It is independent intelligence. It will start expressing when you drop all the inauthentic cognitions. When you drop all the inauthentic cognitions, you will see automatically the imperishable starts expressing in your thinking, action, behavior, response, talking, walking, in every way. Expression of Sadashiva starts happening. Actually, when you recognize all the inauthentic components of you, when you cognize all the inauthentic components of you, they will melt down and the authentic imperishable will start manifesting. That manifestation is what I call living enlightenment, living Advaita, Shivoham. The cause of manifestation, Sambhavat, is Shambhava. The cause of happening is happening means manifestation means Shambhavat. The source of happening, the cause of happening is Shambhava. Here, the source of happening is Master. The source of happening is being reproduced in every one of you with all its multiple powers and multiple experiences in every possible way. Sambhudincha vinashancha yastat vedo vayagum saha vinashena mrityum irtva sambhutyat mritamashnute. One who cognizes the pure essence of these both, the imperishable consciousness, the cause of manifestation, and the destructible, the perishable, manifested entities simultaneously, such a person completes with the fear of death and transcends death by worshipping or by knowledge of the imperishable entities and reaches the imperishable consciousness and celebrates the nectar of immortality and bliss, the eternal space of oneness. Celebrate the imperishable. Celebrate the eternal. Cognize what is imperishable and what is perishable, what is destructible, what is indestructible. When you start cognizing the inauthentic, perishable, authentic, imperishable inside you, you complete with the fear of death and transcend death. Then no more death for you. No more death for you.
So powerful. Swamiji revealed the exact science behind what actually runs us in our life. We always think that, especially the modern mind, we always think, oh, I'm so much in control, I can decide my life. And these are the goals that are set for us. But so strongly and so accurately, Swamiji described how generally, more often than not, we are run by a bacteria, by the parasites within our body. This is agitational gratification. The actions you do, the decisions you take, are just to satisfy those parasites. Whether we are going behind name and fame, whether we are going behind money, whether we're going behind relationships, every moment we are doing it with additional gratification. We're doing it just to satisfy the bacteria in our stomach. Actually, research says that you have 10 times more bacteria in your body than the number of cells. Yes, let me repeat that. You have 10 times more bacteria in your body than the number of cells in your body. If you have 50 trillion cells, you have 500 trillion bacteria in your body. That is a scientific fact. This is verified by Swamiji when he reveals how it is bacteria that runs us in our daily life. Whether we call what we call appetite, that is different chemicals secreted by bacteria in our gut that cause us to feel what we call appetite. When we decide to let go, to ignore, to not take the action, because as Swamiji said, the hormonal release in our body, the flood of hormones that happens when a pattern is triggered, is the female component for the bacteria to form, for the parasites to form. And the action we take, if it's just a female component, no problems, but only the actions we take from that hormonal gush, when you're angry with someone, you decide to hit them, or you're hungry and immediately you decide to go and eat, provides the male component for the bacteria to form and parasites take birth. Up to 1 kg of your body mass is made out of bacteria. Up to 1 kg of your body mass is made out of bacteria. There have been so many different studies that reveal how much the bacteria controls what you experience. Up to the level of when a bacteria from a certain person's body is transplanted into the bacteria of another person, they not only acquire the body of the other person, they even acquire the mental characteristics of the other person. They start the behavioral patterns, the speech patterns, all of this starts to reflect. That literally means we are 90% of the time run by our gut bacteria, not from consciousness. That is the difference between agitational gratification and delayed gratification. Let's all take a few minutes to think now. How many times are you able to see when you achieve something, when you are getting your gratification in some aspect? Are you at peace or are you agitated? This is a common thing I've heard from many people. They feel that they really worked for something. They really wanted that job promotion at the end of the year and they worked so hard for it. They got it. But where they worked for, the drive within them is not replaced by fulfillment. It is replaced by emptiness. They feel like they've lost something when they've actually achieved what they've always wanted to. Because that is agitational gratification. When we look at our life, just 20, 25 years, this is how we end up living. That is why the modern day society, look at them. By 60, everyone's just retired. Everyone's just bored with life. You don't know what to do. That is why even the age span of us have started reducing, of humans have started reducing. All of it just comes back to this one thing, the bacteria in your body. Swamiji says, life is never ferocious with you. I am never ferocious with you. I'm only ferocious in burning the bacteria that are running you. Because who are you? You are consciousness. So let's look. In our life, where all do we see that when we've actually achieved something, we really, really wanted that and we got it. But we don't feel peace. We just feel more agitation. Or else you thought that going to all the hi-fi parties is the goal in life. But once you're there, you're only agitated. You're not feeling, you're not relaxed, you're not happy, you're not enjoying yourself. Can we all take a few minutes to think about this? In how many instances, right now, out of the top of your head, are you able to recollect where you really worked for something? You thought that was what would make you happy. But once you achieved it, you only felt agitated. You felt empty. There was no fulfillment from it. Just 100% of their life. How many people can you name who are wealthy 100% of their life? Nearly zero. Because it's either they were rich, they became poor, they were poor, they became rich. Whatever we see as a goal in life, whether it be wealth, relationships are not eternal. People come, people go in your life. Wealth is not eternal. You become rich, you become poor. Neither is health, because you never know what can happen and you lose it. But we bring our goals completely centered on that which can perish. We drive our whole life. That is why at the end we feel so cheated. Now let us look in and see how many of our goals are established on the perishable, on what we see as length, breadth, and depth. And what is it that we have kept in life as our goal, which is actually established on the imperishable, on that which is eternal. And Swamiji says the only thing which is eternal in the cosmos is the reflection of consciousness in space. Even space changes, Swamiji says. So let us pen down. Have two columns. What all in your life you have kept the goal as perishable, and what all things in life you have kept it as eternal. Let's take a few minutes to do this. It's a very important exercise. You'll actually see. See, Swamiji says, don't be afraid if you realize, if you see that everything you have built your life on is perishable. There's nothing wrong. Swamiji says building your life on that which can be destroyed is not wrong. But going your whole life without recognizing that is the real mistake we do. So now Swamiji's Paramashiva is giving all of us this opportunity. Look in. Don't be afraid to realize that your whole life has been built on the perishable. Just declare now, feel gratitude for the opportunity that this has been shown to you. And now we can rebuild our life from what is imperishable. So let's all pen down, keep your two columns, what all you have built in life as perishable and what all you have built in life as eternal. Is eternal. I want that which will stay with me forever. Like Swamiji says, even wealth, if it is generated in a dharmic way, in a way that is aligned to the principles of the cosmos, it comes with you even through the lifetimes. But wealth which you have generated out of alignment with the cosmos, for just to fulfill, to satisfy your bacteria, your parasites, that wealth will not even last few years with you. Somehow or the other you will lose it. Because it is built on the perishable. It is built on that which changes. But when you build anything in life on the basis of what is eternal, it stays with us forever. Okay, so now are we ready to move into the next session, the power manifestation session? With this powerful click, only Paramashiva, only the reflection of Paramashiva in space, that which we perceive as our I, the innermost being of what exists, only that is eternal, and that is Paramashiva. So when we are doing the power manifestation, I want to request all of you to go at it with this attitude. Being established on eternal. See, even the results, even the plant, whatever we're seeing on screen, the name of the plant, all of that is ephemeral. It is not permanent. Over the years, who knows how many names that plant has got? Who knows how many uses the plant has been given? There's probably a time where it was not even recognized. But what is the conscious decision that you are taking in the moment? It is not about the external, it is not about the manifestation, it is just a way for you to experience Paramashiva. Because power manifestation is the moment where we hold that I am Paramashiva, Paramashiva manifest for me. But it's very important to bring that in every aspect of our life. So let us go into the power manifestation session. We'll be continuing with the power of Aushadha Darshanam. So many people have been manifesting throughout. Let us go into seeing another herb, another plant, and scanning the medicinal properties. Understanding every point in the cosmos, Paramashiva is reflected. All we have to do is start identifying ourselves with that part. The minute that happens, the idea of boundary, the idea of you and me, this or that, duality disappears. So when we establish in that space of oneness, power manifestation just happens. So let us see the first round of the power of Aushadha Darshanam for this round of manifestation. This particular plant on your screen, just connect in the space of oneness. Look in, identify that part of you, which is not the bacteria, which is not the reactions, which is not the yes, the no, the likes, the dislikes, which is not duality, but which is oneness. The reflection of consciousness which exists everywhere. Connect to Swamiji. Sit as Paramashiva, as Swamiji. The intense feeling connection. Chant the Mahavakya. Vibrate with the cosmic vibration of Mahavakya. Be completely unclutched, without a thought. Chant the Mahavakya intensely. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We will finish up and post whatever Paramashiva has to be. Whatever Swamiji reveals to you. Exactly like that, pen it down. The colors, the shapes, smells, numbers, anything that Swamiji revealed to you, just put it. Okay? Okay, let us see what the answer is. What was this herb that was shown on screen? The name of this is called Bhumi Amla. Bhumi Amla is good for liver, jaundice, hepatitis, and liver health. It is useful in maintaining liver health and treating the disorders of the liver. The Bhumi Amla is used in renal care which provides relief from kidney stones and other kidney ailments. It is commonly called the stone breaker. It detoxifies the kidneys completely. Eye care. Bhumi Amla is also good for treating eye problems due to the malfunctioning liver. It also helps in diabetes because it is diuretic and anti-inflammatory. It protects the stomach because it restores the pitta balance, the bile balance. It also is used to get relief from hiccups. It prevents ulcers by reducing gastric acid and protects the stomach lining against the damage caused by excessive gastric acid. It is very beneficial in bleeding disorders like heavy menstrual cycles, relieves other symptoms also. It's such a powerful herb. It also helps in anemia. It helps in anemic care for blood disorders, and is very beneficial for all types of skin diseases. This is the power, this is the answer, the medicinal properties of the Bhumi Amla. So let's all go back, verify whatever Paramashiva revealed to us, and let's enter into the next round. Okay, we're going to do one more round of power manifestation. Again, remember that subtle substrate within you and within that object is one and the same. It is Paramashiva. It is in oneness. All we need to do is associate yourself, identify yourself with that which perceives your existence, that which remembers you, but which never needs to be remembered or can never be remembered because it is never forgotten. Okay, start scanning now. Chant the Mahavakya, connect to Swamiji, be in the space of unclutching, and let Paramashiva reveal to you that Paramashiva, that Swamiji, who's there inside the flower, inside the leaf, and who's there within you also. Let Swamiji reveal to you what the properties, the medicinal properties of this plant is. Let's start. Chant the Mahavakya intensely. Yes, let us all post now. Furthermore, whatever Paramashiva revealed, whatever Swamiji revealed to you, in utmost detail, the colors, the shapes, smells, what feeling it gave you. Do you think it's cooling? Is Swamiji telling you that it's heating? Is it used for what? Is it used for treating? What are all the organs in the body that it targets? All of this you can just note it down. And what types of properties? If you see some certain chemical within it, you can mention that. Whatever Paramashiva reveals, Swamiji reveals, pen it down and post exactly like that. Okay, let us see the answer now. What exactly are the details about the medicinal properties of this plant? What organs does it target? What are the chemicals within it? So the name of this plant is chameleon. It's a chameleon. This plant is entirely antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial. And it has so many more properties, and it's also good in the treatment of cancer, dysentery, and fever. It is said to strengthen the immune system, and is also used in the treatment of snake bites and skin disorders. The leaves and stems are collected during the growing season and used fresh in decoration. The leaf juice is used, the root extract is diuretic. The root is also said to be used for medicinal preparations for certain diseases in women. The rhizomes produce a steroid resembling a common steroid which encourages the secretion of antibiotic substances from certain bacteria in your body. It is very effective in the treatment of stomach ulcers. It's used, the leaf extract is used in dysentery. The rhizome is used in stomach ulcers. There are so many uses, colds, indigestion, urinary, liver problems, and is also used for treating respiratory tract illnesses, infections. So as you can see, this is a very wide use aushadha, a very wide used medicine. For a lot of diseases, it's used in treating. But one very unique thing about this is actually that the entire plant, from the leaf, tip of the leaf, up to the rhizome itself, is super beneficial health-wise. So you can go back, verify now with your answer, what all we saw, whatever Paramashiva revealed to you, and verify it back. See, this is the most important part when we are understanding power manifestation, is to go back to the powerful cognition. Throughout the session, as you're listening to Swamiji, when any particular sentence of Swamiji clicks with you, means what? It gives you that wow, that 1 second of thoughtlessness. It is that thoughtless space that wow, when you go and see a vast ocean, or you see the huge mountains, when you see Swamiji, the first minute the screen opens in darshan, what is it that happens within you? It's like speechlessness, it's literally mindlessness, right? That is the space of Paramashiva, from where power manifestation happens. Hold on to that. Now, in the next session, we're going to be understanding deeper truths on surrender. What surrender is? Surrender is not powerlessness. Swamiji so powerfully explains to us what true surrender is. It is the synergetic cosmic trigger. What this is, let us hear from Swamiji himself.
Ishwaratva is the superconscious DNA. I'm going to manifest in all of you and make the superconscious mutation happen. First, drop getting terrorized by becoming large. When I'm infusing superconscious DNA of Paramashiva in you, so much expansion, you get terrorized. You get, oh God, it's too much. So you pick up one small thing which did not manifest. Like your diabetes, sugar did not come down. You pick up that and go on harping on that to make you feel, oh, expansion is not too much. It's all under control. You are still a human. Listen to every word. First, how many of you feel too much expansion is happening? It's really making you feel overwhelmed. Raise your hand. These people feeling overwhelmed with too much of expansion, too much of manifestation, overwhelmed, raise your hand. And to stop feeling overwhelmed, again to feel restricted, small human being, you start picking up some small things which is not yet manifested and continuously put yourself down. How many of you are playing this game? Putting yourself down. No. I'm okay. Things are under my control. I'm still human. Let me not expand too much. Let me not lose my territory too much. Let me not lose my identity too much. Listen. Drop both. Drop getting overwhelmed. Drop self-beating. Drop both. Sit as Ishvara now. I'm not asking you to visualize. I'm asking you, see it very clearly what you want is happening as your future. Your fear of what you want happening will be blown away. You all may think, oh, no. I'm only greedy about what I want should happen. No. You are afraid what all you want may happen. I am telling you, you don't need to believe. I am telling you the truth. I'm not interested in listening to your argument. I'm giving the judgment because I know you more than you know you. I'm telling the truth directly. You are really afraid of all you want happening as your future. That's the truth. Oh God, if everything happens, whatever I want, what will happen? Life. Oh. Your comfortable, sillified zone will be blown away. Understand? There's a worm sitting inside that small shell. And if you frighten that worm, hey, if you become butterfly, how will you eat? Here at least, your food is guaranteed. Inside the shell itself, you have food. And nobody can attack you. If you become butterfly, how will you save yourself? What will you eat? I tell you, trying to suppress human beings without letting them taste off the grid life is the greatest conspiracy. I tell you, all the best things, when you are young, learn to live off the grid. The powerfulness that brings inside you. After that, even if you are hooked, the grid will be at your feet, not you will be at the feet of the grid. After that, nothing can bind you. With surrender, the first thing you will experience is your desires and fears will get matured. And they will completely disappear. That is different. That is the ultimate experience. But the moment you start practicing surrender, your desires and fears will start getting matured. Your anxiety, your fear, whatever emotions with which you are struggling, your incompletions, all these will start getting matured. You may not have incompletion with the people who are living with you or with the day-to-day life. You may have incompletion with incompletion itself. That why I am not able to complete you. That can never be equated to the incompletion you are having with the next person because she did not smile at you or he did not smile at you. They did not respond to you. They poured water on you. Your incompletion about they poured water on you is totally different than your incompletion about incompletion. That why still you are not able to complete. I can say here, even your incompletion and anxiety has become more matured. See, ultimately, this incompletion will disappear. That is experience. But even maturity shows the growth. The moment you start practicing surrender, the first thing will happen to you is maturity in your desires, in your anxiety, in your fears, in your greed, in your everything. I tell you, live with the people who are matured. You will love the life. You will love the life. This whole prayer, you see, such matured prayer, matured surrender. If you are surrendering to somebody to save your life or to have 2 square meal, it is stupid surrender. You are becoming slave. If you are surrendering to somebody, asking for enlightenment, leading you to beyond coming and going, birth and death, that is matured surrender. Even in surrender, there is maturity. The context, understand? That is why I always insist. Some people use me only as an orphanage head. Very few use me as the head of a monastery, Gurumaha Sannidhanam. Understand? Your surrender, your fear, your anxiety, your desire, everything will get matured the moment you start practicing surrender. Surrender smokes out all your hypocrisy. It just smokes out all your hypocrisy. Celebrate your desires getting matured. Celebrate your fears getting matured. Celebrate your anxieties getting matured. Celebrate your decisions getting matured. Celebrate your vision getting matured. You will celebrate surrender. Because in real surrender, spiritual surrender, understand, relaxing into the truth, the origin is intelligence, gives you the tremendous freedom from the feeling you always carry. You are not given justice. Please understand, in the whole world, every person who has a mind feels he is not given justice. Don't think. How can you say a statement like this on every person? I tell you, every person, I mean it. I'm not exaggerating. Even though usually I do, in this statement I'm not doing. I'm making it very clear. I'm not saying whether you are feeling you are not given justice can be justified by your logic or not. That is dependent on your logic which can support that argument. But anybody who has a mind feels he is not given justice. If you think origin is matter, you will never be able to heal that feeling. You are not given justice. You are not given all the chances you are worthy of. You are not shown all the possibilities you needed to be. You always grudge, grumble, suffer. I tell you, if you understand, it is independent intelligence which is source. Suddenly the healing effect, whatever is happening is justice. Don't worry. Telling you, in my inner space, I am completely relaxed because I know the source is intelligence, not matter. It is not dead matter, which is running based on some arithmetic automated computer or arithmetic logic. No, it is intelligence. So when you know it is intelligence which is source of the universe, origin of your existence, the tremendous healing in your feeling, the tremendous trust to live, the tremendous trust to exist, tremendous joy to be, I tell you, that is the greatest thing which can happen to any human being. Joy to be, joy to exist, feeling you are given the worthy justice. Your source is an intelligence. It is not a dead matter, chaotic happening. Understand? What I am talking is not a kind of a belief or a faith. Again and again and again, when you hear, it becomes almost like a hypnotized theory. No. Source is matter is hypnotizing theory. Not source is consciousness. Source is consciousness is experiential theory.
First of all, you need to consciously spend time in listening and internalizing to come to the conclusion. Yes, my consciousness is alive only because of superconsciousness. It is alive because it is extension of the superconsciousness. If not, it cannot be alive. Because it is in the shade of Mahasadashiva, it is alive. Otherwise, it cannot be alive. You should only stand with the conscious conclusion, and all the ups and downs you are going through while holding on to that conclusion and proceeding with your life with one attitude of Tyaga. If I manifest these powers, I'll accept I am Sadashiva. Otherwise, I'm not going to. No. With Sadashiva, only one attitude works. Prayer. No bargaining. No bargaining works with Sadashiva. Other than prayer, nothing else works. Nothing else works. Any business transaction, any bargaining. Just this two instruction. Of course, I will reveal not so much. I'll reveal some of the Uttama, best instructions. First thing he said, manifest powerful cognitions and intensely do Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi on it. When I say powerful cognitions, like I am consciousness is powerful cognition. I am body is powerless cognition. I am body also is powerful cognition. Understand? I'm giving the examples. I am body is powerless cognition. I am body also is powerful cognition. I am consciousness is powerful cognition. Collection of the bunch of powerful cognitions is Sankhya Yoga. Kapila compiled all the powerful cognitions together and presented to the world as the Sankhya philosophy. Sankhya Shastra, Sankhya Darshana. Listen. If you start manifesting powerful cognitions with intense Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, for example, I'll give you one powerful cognition. You are Paramashiva. Whatever you feel as I is Paramashiva. Understand? What you manifest as I may not be Paramashiva. You may manifest the idea your body is I, but you are feeling what you feel as I is Paramashiva. Listen carefully. You may tell the whole world, you are this. You are, I am this person, I am a lawyer, I am an engineer, I am a doctor. That may be powerless cognition. That may not be Paramashiva. But what you really feel as you is Paramashiva. Listen carefully, precisely. If you decide you are Paramashiva, inhale and exhale with that powerful cognition you are Paramashiva, that is pranayama. Let your whole inner space be withdrawn into this one cognition you are Paramashiva, that is pratyahara. Let your whole inner space flow with this one truth, powerful cognition you are Paramashiva, that is dharana. Let your whole inner space be centered, feel full, that you are Paramashiva, that is dhyana. Let your whole inner space be absorbed and disappear, dissolved into the powerful cognition you are Paramashiva, that is samadhi. You need to decide to behave with yourself as Paramashiva. You need to be convinced. Blessed are those who are able to convince themselves that they are ultimate. Means they are able to cross the last delusion of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. I tell you, Bhakti should be the expression of the gratitude and powerfulness of everything you have been given, not from the attitude that you are separate from the source. Understand? I overflow with gratitude and Bhakti to my Guru, not because I am separate from him, but because he made me realize he is me. Understand? The right understanding. Listen very carefully. The identity you carry in the waking state, identity you carry in the deep sleep state, identity you carry in the dream state, identity you carry in Tuya state, and identity you experience in Turyatita state. In all the 25 states of consciousness, each identity is independent. The moment you realize the undercurrent of all these 25 identities, your pure consciousness, which is the source of you and which is Paramashivam, all the 25 heads, 25 identities gets integrated. That is why Paramashiva is always described with the 25 heads. Means, who has realized this 25 identity is in oneness with his source consciousness, pure Paramashiva, ultimate. As long as your identities play separate games, without getting integrated to the source, you continue to remain in suffering. When you are ready to cross your self-doubt, understand, courage to cross the self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred is tapas, vairagya. Ferociousness you need to cross your self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt is called tapas. It can be psychological ferociousness, it can be physical ferociousness, it can be ferociousness to detoxify your system, ferociousness to break from patterns, ferociousness to break from addictions, ferociousness to manifest higher understandings, ferociousness to live the higher understandings. It can be anything. Understand? The ferociousness to cross the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, to reach you are one with Paramashiva is tapas. Blessed are those who decide they are one with Paramashiva, who cognize they are one with Paramashiva, because other than him nothing else can exist. If something else can exist other than him, then he cannot exist. He is the only Purusha. There cannot be anything other than oneness. That is why it is oneness. So if you feel you exist, you are only Paramashiva. You exist only as Paramashiva. Any other identity you assume is assumption. Understand? Nothing else can exist. And nothing else exists. Demand everything to be Paramashiva. I tell you, that is what is manifesting the state of Paramashiva. Deciding, declaring yourself as Paramashiva to yourself, intensely demanding yourself to be Paramashiva by yourself. I tell you, from my Atma Pramana, when the surrender happened, when I decided the enriching to be the first part, component of my life, that be the powerful cognitions to drive me, I saw authenticity, responsibility, integrity, everything following. When I decided I'll spread what Paramashiva did to me, I will share that to the world and start enriching the world with Paramashiva, his being, who is he, and his state, his space, his powers, his being and his super consciousness. I saw responsibility, authenticity, integrity, everything was following. If you want to experience surrender, start enriching. Then everything else just follows. If you want sudden enlightenment, make the enriching as your basic cognition. If you want gradual enlightenment, go through integrity. Integrity means aligning all the words you utter inside and outside to the reality. Start. Then authenticity. Start. Then responsibility. Start. Then enriching. Start.
Wow, such a powerful revelation from Swamiji. All the formulas needed on the steps on how we can surrender. Now let me tell you something. This internalization exercise is going to be extremely important because it's going to be a fundamental key factor for your power manifestation. So now let's get into it. I would just like to ask all the participants that's here, how was your, when you were watching, you were hearing what Swamiji had to say about all this powerful cognition, what was the click that you were able to get in this whole video? Can all of you start messaging? I'll be able to read it out. I'm able to see Hilde, I'm able to see Ma Agamapriya. So whatever it is, I'm able to see Ma Irene. So all of you can start you can start writing on the message. What was the fundamental click you were able to get just from watching this video? What is the key takeaway on what you understood about surrendering? I'll just give all of you a moment. You can type it out on the chat on Zoom and I'll be able to read it out. You can also share anything you'd like, whatever it is, whether it's one word, all of you can start participating in it because this is what is going to be fueling us for the power manifestation session and this is what is going to be fueling us to understand how to do the actual completion exercise. So as that is happening, I'm going to be sharing with you the next thing we're going to be doing. We're going to be understanding how to drop out and write out all the feeling of suffocation or all the patterns in which we're carrying that is not allowing us to have celebratory surrender. Right now, we're just stuck with, okay, I'm the logical surrender. Now let's shift that into surrendering with Paramashiva. So I request the exercise to be projected. You see, when you experience surrender, the first thing you're going to experience is maturity. Maturity of all the anxiety you have, the fear, whatever emotions with which you are struggling, your incompletion, all these will start getting mature. You may not have incompletion to the people who are living with you or with the day-to-day life. You may have completion with incompletion itself. That is why Swamiji says, that's why I'm not able to complete you. When you have incompletion with the word completion itself, that's when we get stuck. Now, all of us, let's cognize something really deeply. Have awareness. And you need to understand the consciousness is the ultimate authority sitting inside of you. Paramashiva, Swamiji, represents this consciousness inside of you. When you spend time in listening and internalizing and acid wash yourself from all the fears, the guilt, the patterns, which is stopping you from progressing in life. When you come to the conclusion, yes, my consciousness is alive only because of superconsciousness. It is alive because it is an extension of the superconsciousness. If not, it cannot be alive because it is in the shade of Mahasada. It is alive, otherwise it cannot be alive. So when you have the deep contemplation in every single mature conversation you have within you, comes to the conclusion that you are Paramashiva, that is the sign. That is the yes, so that we can be going into the actual exercise. And all of us, I apologize for the technical glitch. So now let's continue. So now the key fact, how to experience surrender. All of us have been sitting down, we've been watching Swamiji's video. What is surrender? How do I get? What are the different types of cognitions I carry in my inner space? What is immaturity? What is maturity? What is it that I tend to grab? What is it that I don't tend to grab? After going through all of these exercises, now ultimately, the final solution for all of you. How do we actually experience surrender? With this exercise today, Swamiji has said in the last video of the whole session, enriching. He beautifully puts in saying that when you want to get sudden enlightenment, enriching should be a very core cognition. If you want gradual enlightenment, then you stick with maybe the integrity, the authenticity. However, if you want the super fast, super speed reward of enlightenment, the key is enriching. So now let us all start. Take a few minutes. Decide you will spread Paramashiva, what Paramashiva did to you. Share that to the world, whether it's the powers that Paramashiva has given to you, the powerful cognition that he has given to you. Start enriching the world with Paramashiva just like how Swamiji did. His being, who is he, and his state, his space, his powers, his superconsciousness. You can use any form, method of communication, whether it's your Facebook, whether it's your phone book, it doesn't matter. When you decide and you have the intention, let me now experience Paramashiva flowing through me with a conscious surrender and conscious awareness that he is flowing through me, that is Swamiji flowing through me. So you can all now get into this exercise. You can take a moment to call somebody up and just have a simple sharing. Enrich somebody about what Paramashiva, Swamiji has contributed to you, whether it's healing, whether it's solving your problems, it doesn't matter. Because enriching is one of the highest form of activity in which gives you the most fulfillment. Some powerful cognitions which click with you is like giving a gift to another person. So when you're excited to share about something which has helped you, you can share your best experience of transformation to any 3 people. You can call minimum 3 people. It is up to you how you'd like to call them. So you may start now doing this whole exercise. We will be giving you a few moments. Just sharing. And sharing your best experience of transformation to any 3 people. Even posting it on Facebook, posting it on Instagram, posting it on Twitter. Wherever that you may feel comfortable in, just go on sharing, go on enriching. Yes. Whoever that has already called and shared your experience with someone about Swamiji and what Swamiji has given you, whether it's powers, powerful cognition, you may start writing it on the chat, sharing your experience about what the person shared with you. So I hope each and every one of you was able to at least connect to 1 or 3 people. You can start sharing on the chat below exactly what the person whom you called and decided to speak about something. How were they feeling? Were they excited? Were they more curious about what you were doing? Were they interested in basically also doing what is it that you're doing? For instance, if you experience completion and you decided to let go of guilt, or any other negative emotion and started feeling like, how was all your reaction? You can definitely start sharing with us. Now, let's move on to one of the most exciting sessions, which is the power manifestation session. I just wanted to share with all of you, you need to understand power manifestation is nothing but the pure powerful cognition in which is generated with the maturity you have with life and yourself. Swamiji has beautifully revealed the mature conversations with others. That is what you call as make life happen. The mature conversations with God, that's what you call prayers. The mature conversations you have with nature, that is sankalpa, declaration to prakriti itself. A person who has a mature conversations within himself, that is what you call a sannyasi, and a mature conversations with all the tattvas, the units of life, jala tattva, vayu tattva, prema tattva, all these various powers, principles of life. If you just start having mature conversation, that is what you call power manifestation. So without delaying, let's go into the power manifestation. Let us all now start manifesting the power of Aushadha Darshanam. Dvaita is going to be guiding you step by step. Whoever that has manifested, you can share with Dvaita exactly how you manifested it. What was it that you were able to see? Were you just able to basically see bits and pieces? Were you able to see the outline? What is it that you were able to see in the previous round? So that Dvaita will be able to help guide you more so you can see it much more specific. So I'm requesting for the Aushadha Darshanam slides to be projected. Yes. So all of you can start scanning this very picture of this herb projected. I want each and every single one of you to connect with your third eye, sitting with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line, chanting the Mahabhakya 3 times. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes. Now, with this, just look through your third eye. Just look through your third eye and just start asking Swamiji, what is the source, this material? What is the actual benefits? What is it? What compound it has? You'll just see the third eye revealing information the way you understand things. Every single person is unique. And the way the third eye is going to be revealing the answer is the way you have a relationship with Swamiji. So if you're a visualization person, third eye is going to reveal to you things in a visual format. If you're more of a length person, third eye is going to reveal this information in the form of words and facts. So in whichever way you are comfortable in how you connect with yourself and how you connect with life, that is how third eye manifests the answer for you. Just remember, your consciousness, you are Paramashiva. You have surrendered and given the authority to your consciousness. You are no longer the person you were before. So let Paramashiva just manifest through you. I'll give everyone a moment. If you can put it in the chat box below. Yes. So, Ma Agama Priya, whoever that was participating, Ma Suzanne or Ma Sarlanandama. Okay, the staff has shared. Third eye has revealed that it is to stop bleeding, ulcers, bruises, oral sores, bile and bones. Okay, that's a multiple thing that the herb was able to do. Yes. Anything else? Anyone you can share? I'll just give all of you a moment. Suzanne, taste of mint, used in a tea and it's antifungal. Yes, that's great. Anything more? All of you can start sharing. Okay, and someone has added that it is high properties of vitamin C and it's also used as a disinfectant. Yes. So let's all look into the answers. What was this herb about and what is the beneficial thing? So if you can see this, it's actually chandan. Chandan is a natural healer. It's an antiseptic. So whoever that has written antiseptic, that's great. You've manifested, which smells amazing and works wonderfully on your skin. So anything related to skin issues, okay, it has an amazing effect. And also, what other thing? It is also a cosmetical property. It's also used in pharmaceutical. It's also in aromatherapy. The perfume industry also uses it, and so it's a lot of application base. Chandan can help you clear out suntan, pimples, blemishes, swelling, dry skin, signs, and skin aging. So you can these are all the benefits of sandalwood. That's great. Basically, chandan. Is there anybody who's basically not able to manifest or yet to manifest? You can write down exactly where is it that you're stuck in. So I'll be able to entangle with you. I'll be able to help you start seeing. Let's go to the next round. Anybody?
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Yes. So all of us can relax into it. So all of you can take a moment to share on the in the chat box below on your Zoom. You can share what is it that third eye has revealed, what is it that third eye has shown. See, all of you collectively need to have an attitude of, I am going to manifest. I have to manifest. Paramashiva has to flow through me. When you have that attitude in power manifestation, that is what you call will persistence. This is what you call going after the right type of reward, going after the right type of bliss. So power manifestation is not just about giving the results or the answer. It is ultimately you connecting to Swamiji, enjoying the deep feeling connection you have with Swamiji. That's the core of what power manifestation is about. So all of you can start sharing your answer down below so that I can project the answers to all of you. You can start sharing what is it that the third eye has shown you. See, Ma Suzanne, so Betul was actually connecting with you earlier about when you said that you needed help with your third eye. See, the thing is wrong with you, Ma. The only thing is that you need to unclutch. You're still stuck in the 2D, 3D dimension of darkness. And what is happening is that even the darkness is starting to sort of educate you. It's like the same thing again and again. Once in a while, you see maybe a light, a flash of light, things here and there, but it's not consistent. So what's that happening is that you feel, am I even saying, is Swamiji even going to manifest through me? Why am I not manifesting, right? So don't try to go into that. You need to understand this dimension of darkness is actually something that you were in your mother's womb for a very long time. It is the most comfortable space. It's just that you're so used to all the artificial lights society and the world has given to you. So what happens is that whenever you try to sit and connect back to your original space, it starts feeling uncomfortable. So I'm just requesting with you in the next session to drop that uncomfortableness. This darkness in which you're actually experiencing is intelligence. If you treat the darkness like it didn't matter, then it's not going to respond to you. It's just going to continuously show you that part of yourself until you get comfortable in it. So in the next session, I'm requesting for you to actually just go into the darkness, let the darkness become part of you, let it not agitate you. That is nothing but a form of Paramashivam. So I hope that has helped. So everyone, let's go into looking at the answers. I'm able to see Estak saying it's a remedy for itchiness and intestine skin issues and also upper back. Yes. So let's see the answer. Right. So the answer for this herb is Chatyana. It's actually in Ayurveda. In Ayurveda, the bark and milk exudate is solely used for medicinal purposes, treating malaria, epilepsy, skin disorder, asthma, foul, wounds, sinus, bowel complaints, cough. So you can see there's a lot of benefit this herb can actually do to the body in terms of a lot of skin diseases and infection. It can also used to be treated for chronic diarrhea, and it's a blood purifier. So anyone who had the third eye reveal all of these benefits, remedies of this herb, it is correct. Give yourself a round of applause for the oneness you have manifested with Paramashiva. So today we're going to be concluding the session and moving on to the next session. The next session is a very interesting session. It is called Ekoham Bahushyamaha. Let's see what Swamiji revealed about this very verse.
Little secret. It's a real secret. However, you understand. The cosmos does not record anything other than violence. Means, only if you cause pain, karma gets recorded. Other than violence, nothing is recorded as karma. For example, somebody goes and steals $2 billion from a multi-billionaire, and that fellow is loaded with trillions of dollars. He doesn't care. No time to punish him. Come on, let's earn more. He goes out. He doesn't bother. You don't get karma. And you go to a homeless guy and steal a few pennies. That fellow rolls on the ground and cries. You get karma. Karma is not the quantity or quality of the action you performed. It only the amount of interference or violence you caused. That's all. Listen. I'll go to the origin of the universe. Please understand. Now, I am giving you cosmic legal opinion. I commit with you, I'll be completely integrated to the original truth. Because many of you make many decisions in your life based on my legal opinion. With the responsibility I'm talking to you. When this whole universe manifested, Mahadeva, Sadashiva, made only one sankalpa. Let me become many to celebrate me. Listen, it means the first principle is let us all coexist. That's all. The primary principle, let us all coexist. Other than the violence of breaking this, let us all coexist, nothing is considered as karma. All of you are getting what I'm saying? See, that infinity, when it decided to manifest as this universe and as all of us, only principle it declared is, let me become many to celebrate me. It means only one principle, let us all coexist, that's all. Only if you break that, let us all coexist, karma comes. Other than that, nothing is a karma. Only thing recorded as a karma is violence, nothing else. All of you are getting what I'm saying? For example, as I gave the example, that you take $1 billion and the fellow does not bother from whom you take, you don't get karma. You take 1 penny and the fellow rolls on the ground and cries, you get karma. Karma is only the suffering cost, nothing else. Good karma, the celebration cost, that's all. See, Mahadeva, he becomes many. He declares, let me become many to celebrate me. So more and more celebration you cast becomes good karma. More and more pain you cast becomes bad karma. That's all. The same rule applies. You may give $1 billion to somebody and he's not happy about it. You don't get good karma. You may be giving a penny to somebody and he's just praising you and glorifying. He's just ecstatic. You get good karma. It is the experience cost matters, not the other money or quantity or quality or the work of or any of that done. Are you getting? Because the principle in which the universe, Brahmanda, is expanded. See, the universe manifests. It becomes the multiverse. The universe becoming multiverse, the principle or the first declaration with which it explodes is, let me become many to celebrate me. So anything you add as a celebration of ourself is a good karma. Anything you add to break that fundamental principle of coexistence is bad karma. That's all. Nothing else matters. What is karma? Disturbing the natural expansion process of the universe. Supporting the natural process of expansion is good karma. Trying to disturb is bad karma. That's all. That is why I tell people, whole life who drinks and smokes does not have 1 inch of karma. He may have health issue, but one non-veg meal is enough to put you in hell. Because the pain of the animal is there. Animal is not going to be blessing you and dying when it dies. Oh, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let everyone be blissful and happy, eating my body. No. In every field, truth of Suddhadvaita, the pure Advaitic principle, mapped, and the vision for the humanity is revealed as Vedas and Agamas by Paramashiva. Listen carefully. See, when Paramashiva decided, let me become many and celebrate my existence, he became many. This whole manifestation of the universe happened. He became many not to hurt himself or fight with himself, but to celebrate blissfully and coexist blissfully. That is the source fundamental statement of creation. Understand? The first principle, if I have to use the word, first amendment of cosmic constitution, let me become many to celebrate me and everything blissfully. Understand? This is the first amendment. First amendment of the cosmic constitution is, let me become many and celebrate my existence through multiple ways. So, in every field, this is the first amendment, vision, need to be applied. Starting with the food, medicine, healthcare, understand? The food industry. When quantity of the produce, profit of the business, all that has taken over the concept of food, we started producing food-like products in mass scale, not the food anymore. Understand? Food should be for health and energetic, fulfilling experience of enlightenment, not just commercial success. Please listen. Whenever human beings get into demonic mode, get deluded so much, ready to compromise on the fundamental integrity of life, they bring such large poison. If food industry decides, all the known mistakes we will eliminate. See, unknown, we will do further research, development and all that. If we decide all the known mistakes should be eliminated, in next 5 years, 90% of the diseases will drop and longevity will increase comfortably 25 years. Just this only one decision. Food industry should decide. Health of the human beings is first priority. The quantity of the produce, business component of the produce, money involved in the business. What is money? Our common understanding, just our common understanding about the money cannot make billions of human beings eat poison. Just see the simple delusion. And I tell you, simply planet Earth cannot afford any more meat-based lifestyle. Please understand, the amount of land required, the amount of grain required, the amount of water required, the amount of carbon released due to the meat-based lifestyle. For this population, just planet Earth cannot afford meat-based lifestyle. Please understand, we are doing something for which we can't, which we can't afford. It's like you know, you can afford only $1,000 per month, but you are just spending $25,000 per month. So one day you are going to be rendered homeless. Why are we not waking up? Understand, we have only one planet Earth. Simply, planet Earth cannot afford meat-based lifestyle. Food, the principles, strategies for food should be first centered on health. This one verse, if you are in the depth level of logic, you understand this one verse. Let my one become many, not my oneness. Understand? Oneness never becomes many. Aham. He's not saying ekam bhavashyamaha. No, ekoham bhavashyamaha. Aham can always only be one. Let that one become many. Listen to every word I am talking, because I am going to give you solution for almost all your problems based on this one fundamental principle. When he decided to become many, to celebrate himself, all the dimensions of this universe opened. Understand, your whole life is nothing but you deciding. See, at one point in your mother's womb, you decide, Ekoham Bhagavashamaha. Only when you open the womb, where you are residing for 10 months, and come out. But after that, everything is nice, that's different. Listen, many times you will hear me saying, whenever you have a problem, always see how your ideal, your guru will handle this. I used this as a technique when I was young. I always used to connect. Whenever I have a problem, Annamalai Swami was ideal for me. Ramana Maharshi's disciple. First thing I'll say, how Annamalai Swami will handle this. Of course, after Arunagiridhara Ishvara happened, he became the ideal. Then I'll always look how Arunagiridhara Ishvara would have handled this. Have this one understanding, how Sadashiva will handle this. The moment the one became many, all the problems you have, you also start having. Don't think it does not have a problem. Yes, all the organizational problems you have, relationship problems you have, everything you have, yes. He solved it. Or not, that's all. If you understand this one principle, let me repeat once more. For example, this cup. Inside this cup there is a space. That is aham. The space inside the cup is connected to this cup. This whole thing can become multiple, but the space itself cannot become multiple. Anything which has become multiple as the source of oneness inside them. Listen carefully. Anything which has become multiple as a source of oneness in them, oneness has not become many, only one became many. Aham associated with oneness, one associated with oneness has become many, but continue to be filled by the oneness. Look deeply. First, let you be very clear what you want. And if you are convinced that is best for you and for others, you can manifest more and more people who can be sharing the same conviction. First, share the conviction before making them part of the organization. Appointments have to be done after appointment. Convictions need to be shared. Powerful cognitions need to be shared. Then money, remuneration, all other things become secondary. Organization will become successful. If other reasons are primary, you may have an organization with a lot of friction and stress. You will also age, they will also age. Working with the people with whom, working or living with people with whom you have friction ages you. Working with people, living with people with whom you don't have friction matures you, never ages you. Working with people and living with people with whom not only you don't have friction, you have an overlapping boundary joy. You live like a teenager. Sadashiva describes himself as a teenager in his original Jnana Sloka. He says, meditate on me as 16-year-old. If you are running a company, organization, home, or a team, sit and internalize this one understanding. Integrity to the vision. Then, ability to transmit the cognition, powerful cognition to your team, your family, your company, or your organization. Then you will see life becomes Ekoham Bhagavashamaha. Let me become many to celebrate me. Understand carefully. There are multiple me's, but there's only one me. There are multiple ones, but there's only one oneness. The sacred truth of the source of seeking, please understand. Your very biomemory vibrates. Your very biomemory actively functions only with the basic questions about life. What is pleasure? How can I have more? What is pain? How can I avoid that? What is life? Is this understandings help me? Is this understandings going to help me? What is joy? All these basic truths, basic understandings. How can I experience them? These basic questions about life only continues to make you function, act. Entertaining these basic questions. What is pain? How can I avoid it? What is joy? How can I have more? What is life? Please understand. How many times you may hear answer for these questions from your father, mother, uncle, society, teacher, finally from guru. How many other times you may listen answer for these questions? Listening to better and better answers for these questions and clicking with them is maturity. listening your own answer and experiencing once for all is enlightenment. Understand? It's nothing but basic questions. What is life? What is death? Why suffering? Why pain? What is bliss? What is joy? How can I have more joy? How can I have less pain? What is it that is living inside me? What is it that changes inside me? What is it that does not change inside me? What is it that is making me move? What is it that is making me tired? What makes me exciting? What makes me feel bored? For these basic questions, if you have better and better answer and click with the better answers, that is called maturity. Naturally, the answer your friend gives when you are 5-year-old will be different. Your mother gives when you are 6-year-old will be different. When your father gives when you are 14 will be different. Finally, when you reach your guru, the answer he gives will be different. So clicking with better and better answers is maturity. Ultimately, clicking with your own answer, experience, and the question disappearing once for all is enlightenment. That is enlightenment. Seeking is nothing but coming back to the basics. That's all. Seeking is nothing but coming back to the basics. Seeking is nothing but taking up a life without vacation. That's all I'm telling you. See, vacation is nothing but the questions which you don't want to face, pushing you not to live the life you are living. Please understand. The questions which you pushed under the carpet are jumping from below the carpet, and sometimes it even bites the wrong place. Now from carpet, if it jumps, which part it will catch? So, that is what is the nagging you feel for the need of vacation. If you are living in a space, the very idea of vacation disappears. You have clearly ironed out your life. You don't need to stand anywhere waiting for something. Vacation, what is vacation? It is just waiting that you'll get out of the life you are living and go somewhere, and you expect you will get something. I was reading one-liner. In college, if you stand outside the gate, suspend. The college is when you get suspended, you stand outside the gate. In college, if you stand outside the gate, suspend. After marriage, if you stand outside the gate, husband. That's all. No, day after tomorrow, Arunachaleshwara himself will be standing outside the gate. If you go to Tirunelveli, you will see the festival. Day after tomorrow, there is a festival where Mahadeva is locked out by Devi because he went and gave liberation to Bringi Rishi, who was worshipping only Mahadeva, who was not ready to accept Devi. And finally, Mahadeva thought, after all my disciple, how can I forsake him? And he went and gave liberation to him and came back, and Devi locked the place and she did not allow him inside. Even Mahadeva got locked out. Finally, Sundara has to go. Sundara was very close pet of Devi. So he has to go and do some patch up work and do some mediation. Finally, Devi said, all right, open the door, and she allowed Mahadeva inside. Anyhow, if you are thinking you have to go somewhere and stand for some joy or something to happen to you, you are just pushing all your basic questions under the carpet. No. Catching, understanding the life where boredom becomes meaningless, vacation word becomes meaningless, where life itself becomes vacation. You are doing continuously something which you are enjoying, cherishing, feeling blessed constantly, feeling blessed constantly. So come back to the basic questions. That's all I call seeking.
Where Paramashiva manifests with the principle of one becomes many. Now, I'd like to share with every one of you, I'd like to request every one of you here to take a few minutes and share with us. What do you understand as the principle of Ekoham Bahushyama? How did you click with it? From morning till now, we've learned about how to apply the science of oneness to resolve the crisis management, right? To resolve any crisis in life. Here, Swamiji's taken the whole understanding, the cognition to the next level. Swamiji's revealing here about altering the very core of how we exist. What we understand as us, what we understand as life, the cognitions that we carry. Swamiji is directly working on shifting that itself. Can I request all the participants to share what you understood about this? So, Manitya Prematavasi is saying, we need to cherish life's happenings to avoid aging. And Ma Sunyara was posted about possibility. See, Ma, one beautiful thing Swamiji explained, which I really click with, I'd like to share with you all. The law of life, how life operates, is not based on your actions. It is based on the core cognitions, what you hold in life, and what you give to others. Swamiji had revealed about how whenever you have, and you do an action, the example that Swamiji gave, if you steal even $2 billion from a multi-billionaire, and he says, all right, $2 billion is stolen, now nothing can be done. He does not suffer by it. He says, nothing can be done, let's move on, we need to make more, let's generate more wealth, but let's not waste time on this, let's move on. You won't get the karma. It's very important to understand this the right way. Swamiji explained, from a homeless guy who is struggling for money, you go and take even one penny, but he suffers because of it. You get the intense karma about it. Here, the cosmos is not recording your actions, but it is recording your thought current. Of course, Swamiji is not saying go and steal, but what Swamiji is saying here is to understand the intensity that the cosmos records. The law of the cosmos is very different from the law of the land. Cosmos functions with the thought currents that we cherish. Ma Maria Carlina is posted that live with the people who are mature, you will love life. Working and living with whom you don't have friction keeps you young. Working and living with people with whom you have friction ages you. Very beautiful. Yes, this like Swamiji said, whoever you live with, right? The company that you keep around you, the ecosystem around you, your thought current, the frequency you exist is directly proportional to the type of people, the frequency of people you attract around you. That's just your vibe attracts your tribes. The vibes that you carry attracts the tribe, the people around you. What cognitions you cherish, what powerful cognitions you work based on. If you think, oh, life is very dull, depressed, I'm going to always have my struggles. And if you always think I can never make money, just look around you. People around you will also be complaining the same thing. Whenever you rant, they'll also come with you and you'll rant. They'll also rant with you. They'll say, oh God, see, you're not just your life, even my life is having all these problems. The vibes that you have attracts the tribe around you. How many of you have experienced this in your life? How many of you have noticed? You'll see suddenly, when you start working for higher purposes in life, the casual friendships that you have, people who just come to chit chat, people who just come to, collect gossips, slowly they will start dropping from you. How many of you have noticed this? Or how many of you have observed this? All those who are watching us on YouTube, we request all of you also to please go ahead and share with us. How many of you have observed this if you've noticed this?
Because one powerful cognition is like a fundamental powerful cognition even to build a team lead. You want to have a happy relationship with people around you. You want to build a strong team lead that can resonate with what vision you have, that can do what you want them to be, part of your reality. This one cognition, ekoham bahushyamaha, let one become many to celebrate my existence. This is the core cognition from which Paramashiva manifested this whole universe. Cognizing this, when you cognize, you are Paramashiva. Swamiji has been explaining this very, very powerfully. Paramashiva is the only reality. Even the self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, any of these that we carry, even those are illegitimate. They don't have a real existence. Beyond all that, the truth is you are Paramashiva. Now, how many of you are able to see, whenever you operate from this powerful cognition, you are able to manifest powers? Like, for example, we've been doing the power of Aushadha Darshanam, and many of you have had breakthroughs in manifesting. Whenever you manifest it, just take a moment, look back in. How many of you observe at all those times the core cognition you are carrying at that moment when you are connecting with Swamiji and allowing Swamiji to flow through you? Paramashiva himself physically has come as our Guru. Now, whenever you're allowing Swamiji to flow through you and you're manifesting the power, this is that powerful cognition that's actually happening in you because you're manifesting from that oneness.
Untruth. I see Ma Priyatma Swarupini on the two-way video conferencing. She has posted, yes, absolutely, I have experienced it. My Stuck has posted, and this is a question regarding the vibes attracting the tribes. And my Stuck also has posted, many became irrelevant just going in different parts of life. Exactly. That is why whenever you come, especially if you notice, right after you have gotten connected to Swamiji, the kind of conversations that you used to enjoy before, the type of relationships, not the type of relationships alone, even the threshold that you set for a blissful relationships would have been upgraded now. It will not be anymore where someone comes and tries to give you a false sympathy, or just someone comes and tries to just support your delusions. Automatically inside of you right now, the type of people you will seek for will naturally be the people to support you for enlightenment, for the higher purposes in life. The law of life is this. Life functions with this law. I request every one of you to now take a few minutes. Look back. Swamiji told, when Paramashiva created this whole existence, he created with a fundamental principle of let us all coexist together. I'll give you all an example, okay? Now, let's say I take a ball, a clay. I can make a fish out of a clay. I can make Shivalinga out of a clay. I can build a temple out of a clay. Or I can even make an Asura out of a clay. I can make an apple out of a clay. I can carve Swamiji beautifully out of a clay. I can do any number of various permutation combinations. But whether it is the fish, or whether it is a Rakshasa, an Asura, or whether it is a robber, or whether it is a sage, whether it is a temple, all of them might be different manifestations, but they're all molded from the same source called Paramashiva Dhatu, the wax using which Paramashiva molds all of us. That is what Swamiji is explaining here. And Swamiji said, Ekoham Bahushyamaha. We all are at the core one. But that one is manifesting as many for all of us to experience that same. I request every one of you to take a few minutes and pin down what vision do you have in life. And write down the integrity to that vision. The ability to transmit that cognition, the powerful cognition to your team, to your family, your company, or your organization. Sit and just pen them down. I request every one of you to take quick 3-4 minutes to please pen this down. Please relax. Hope all of you have finished writing. Yes. Now, with this same cognition, with this understanding of Ekoham Bhushyamaha, where one becomes many, let us all enter into manifesting powers, the experience of the powers of Paramashiva. Now, Swamiji has explained the clear principle. Swamiji has also given an amazing power to experience this principle of Ekoham Bhushyamaha. The power is called Swachandachari, which means the ability to free oneself or anyone from any obstacles in life. You may be wondering, what does it mean to free someone from obstacles in life? Understand, this power called Swachandachari, when you manifest this power, you will be able to identify precisely why certain issue is happening the way it is happening. What is the step you need to take to have a breakthrough in it? Let's say, for example, you really want to manifest money. You have been trying. You tried investments, it failed. You tried stock trading, it failed. You tried entrepreneurship, it failed. You tried work, and that also didn't work out. Somehow you're having an issue of manifesting money. The solution is not to change the situation, but to look in. Something inside you is causing the problem outside. This power is going to be enabling us to identify what exactly is this issue. What is that blind spot and how we can overcome that blind spot. Now, this particular power of Swachandachari, which means with this principle of Ekoham Bhushyamaha, everyone in front of you, your loved ones, your enemies, your people who give joy to you, all of them are an extension of you. Means they're also made of the same clay that you are made out of. They're also made out of the same consciousness that you are made out of. So the moment you're able to dissect and shift something inside of you, you will see that they shift outside of you also. This is the power that you're all going to be manifesting. How many of you are ready? How many of you understood this power? Can I request all of you to put yes in the chat? Come on, Myrin Lemos, Malita, Makerin Shivanatarajan, Matanja Devarane, Malala. Okay, thank you, Manyana Lakshmi. Thank you, Mashukrenda.
So now we are going to be doing the power manifestation from this exact powerful cognition. So as so many of you are saying, yes, you're ready. Let us now hold this powerful cognition and we are going to be entering into the power manifestation. We're going to be manifesting the same power of Swachandachari as Nithyananda was explaining. We're going to be doing that now. I request all of you to choose any 5 people. Actually, even that, just remember Swamiji in your third eye and request Swamiji to reveal to you any 5 names. Please take a moment now. Close your eyes. Request Swamiji to reveal to you in your third eye any 5 names who you are exactly going to be manifesting this power with.
And you can actually connect anyone you feel are stuck in some issue and you're really concerned, your loved one, someone that you really want to make a difference in their life. Call them and actually first list down their names and you can call them. You're going to be exactly doing, there is a clear process that Swamiji is very beautifully given for this, which will make it so simple. The moment you speak to them, you will realize it is not just speaking to them, it is actually speaking to yourself also. By the time you speak to them, by the time you scan through your third eye and offer solutions to the third eye to them, you will see inside of you, there is such a beautiful change in the way the whole manifestation happens. So should we all enter into the power manifestation? Joining with us in this session is Manitya Brahma Yogananda also, who's going to be guiding us further on how exactly you can manifest this power.
Yes, Nithyananda, everyone. It's so nice to be here with all of you, and it's so nice that I'm connecting, being an acharya for all of you. So as Ma Nithyananda just explained, we are going to be entering into the power manifestation, and now we're going to be manifesting this power of Swachandachari. And this is actually a very, very simple power when you understand the context of it, when you understand the core thread, the context and the thought current which you should have to manifest this power. And that is what all of us just understood, right? When Swamiji explained about the context and about Ekoham Bhavishyamaha, what it means, let me become many to celebrate me. And that very line, that very cognition is expressed out of extreme ahimsa, out of the extreme compassion of Paramashiva. And that is the reason for which Paramashiva created this universe, for which Paramashiva created everything around us, you, me, and everyone else. So just having this same cognition, just having this cognition of non-violence, of compassion, mirroring the compassion of Paramashiva, that is when you'll see the power will manifest through you like a natural flow, like it will just be something which is part of you. And as Swamiji tells all of us, when we enrich others, we manifest Swamiji within us. The more you give, the more the universe showers on you. And Swamiji is the embodiment of enriching and the embodiment of compassion. So when we do what Swamiji does, when we reflect the space of Swamiji in us, that is when Swamiji will start flowing more and more through us. So that is what we are going to be doing now by manifesting this power. So just having this cognition of Ekoham Bhavishyamaha, that non-violence is the concept, the cognition which I should be having, which I should not only be having for manifesting this power, but whatever I'm doing in my daily routine, in my activities, in my whole life, it should be based on this. So now we are going to be entering into the power manifestation. So I request all the participants to connect to a partner. You can connect to each other on the chat, or if you have anyone, any of your friends or family members who would like to manifest some reality in their life, you can connect to them. In fact, I request all of you to call 5 of your friends, any of your friends or family members or whoever you know. Call 5 of your friends with the decision to give the best in their life, whatever they want, whatever they really want to manifest. Just making the simple decision to manifest that best thing in their life. Call 5 of your friends. And now, since darshan is also going to start in 1 hour, let us take this opportunity, this best opportunity, to gift them this gift which Swamiji has given all of us, to give them this opportunity of being blessed by whatever they want and by Swamiji's darshan. This would be the ultimate experience and the best thing which they would have in their life. It could actually, none of us would realize, but only Swamiji knows how much of a blessing it is for the person.
It's time to celebrate 'cause life Are you looking for a single platform for all your business needs? With World Account, you can send and receive payments in multiple currencies, locally and cross-border. Pay out in more than 20 different currencies. Collect payments in up to 10 local receiving accounts, as well as 4 additional cross-border receiving accounts. Access competitive pricing with no hidden fees.
A glimpse of me, of my face, even once, they are liberated. They are blessed because it's not any random person who can get the blessings from Swamiji. Swamiji chooses 1 in a million. So when you give that gift to your friend, to your close one, it will be the biggest and the greatest gift for them. So I request all of you to call 5 of your friends. Okay, go. Yes, so now we are going to be manifesting this power. So I request all of you to, when you're scanning your partner, when you're scanning your friend, you have to identify what is the exact thought current, what is the exact obstacle for them to manifest whatever reality they want. Because Swamiji says that we should never search for the solution for our problems. We should search for the cognition, the core thought current, the core obstacle which is causing the problem. And that is when we'll find a solution on our own. So just through your third eye, identify what exact issue, what exact thought current is blocking them from inside, which is manifesting whatever reality outside which they don't want. And if any of you are having any difficulties, you can also post in the chat. Because this power is just from the cognition of Ekoham Bhavishyamaha, where one becomes many to celebrate himself, right? Where Swamiji is manifesting as all of us. So all of us are part of Swamiji. Our core being, inside us, the core of us is Swamiji, is Paramashiva. All of us are manifestations of that energy. So when we are manifesting something in our life which we don't want, it is just a simple thought current or an obstacle which we have to complete with.
Paramashivoham Nithyananda.
And once you find out that core thought current and that core obstacle of your partner, yes, once you find out that core thought current, just you ask them if they're able to relate with it. For example, if you're seeing that if your partner wants to manifest wealth, if she wants to become wealthy and manifest a lot of good business and a lot of money, and if you're seeing that the thought current of that is postponing, like she postpones her work, she postpones her decisions or whatever it is, if you're seeing the core thought current as postponing, then you ask your partner, you tell her, this is what Swamiji is showing me. Are you able to relate with it?
Paramashivoham Nithyananda. Paramashivoham Nithyananda.
Step into Wix Studio, where creative freedom meets absolute efficiency. Intelligent design scaled by default, and even advanced layout.
Yes. Once you see the obstacle or the core thought current which is blocking your partner, your friend from manifesting whatever reality they want, I request all of you to confirm with them once, ask them if they are able to relate with this thought current. It may be laziness, it might be less confidence, it may be postponing. There can be 100 different thought currents. So you can, whatever Swamiji shows you, you share that with your partner and ask them if they are able to relate with it. Now, once you confirm the thought current or the obstacle, just ask them to surrender that impossibility, surrender that thought current, whatever thought current is there in them. It would give them the feeling of impossibility, that, oh my God, it's impossible to manifest this job, or I'm sure I'll not be able to do it. For sure, they would be having this type of cognition or thought current. Ask them to drop this cognition along with the impossibility. Whatever thought current or cognition clicked with them, ask them to drop it along with the impossibility which they are holding of what they'll not be able to manifest. And while your partner is dropping that impossibility, even you connect to Swamiji and put your awareness on your third eye. And just visualize Swamiji in your third eye and intensely gaze through your third eye and infuse the energy of the third eye into the person opposite, into the opposite person, into your partner. Just chant the Mahavakya and you'll see how you're just vibrating with that energy of Swamiji. Direct that full energy towards your partner. Gaze intensely through your third eye at your partner. Just radiate that same compassion which Swamiji radiates for all of us. That we just want to melt the incompletion, melt the impossibility of your partner and manifest whatever reality they want. You'll see that just by holding that same space, just by having that cognition and working out of that cognition, manifesting this power out of that cognition, you'll feel so blissful inside you. You'll feel that you have become complete. Because when we enrich others, when we manifest the reality of the person, of the other person, of the person in front of us, that is when you'll see that even your reality will manifest for you. And you don't even need to put any effort for it. So just with the same compassion, overflowing with the same compassion of Swamiji, intensely gaze at your partner through your third eye and infuse that energy into infuse the energy into your partner. Now I want to relax. Just deeply breathe in and breathe out. Feel that space of completion. Just radiate that space of completion. The space of completion which Swamiji has. And you'll see that even your partner will have a shift inside them. Just by looking at them, you'll be able to feel it and you'll be able to see it. All of you can also post in the chat when you felt the manifestation. You can ask your partners. They themselves will tell you that, yes, I have felt the shift. I feel that whatever was impossible is now possible and very easy for me to manifest. You can confirm with your partners of whatever space shift they had and what was the thought current what was the powerful cognition which clicked with them the moment they dropped the impossibility or they dropped the limiting cognition. What was the powerful cognition which they clicked with? They can even share that with you. And you'll see that not only your partner, but even you will have a powerful cognition. Even you will have a shift in your inner space. You'll just click with a powerful cognition. Just if you look inside, you'll see that there would be a powerful cognition that, yes, I can do it. Swamiji is there. Everything is auspicious. Whatever powerful cognition you're getting, whatever powerful cognition you're clicking with, just surrender that powerful cognition in your Ananda Gandha. And I also request all of you to share your experience, your manifestation. How did you feel? How was your partner after the manifestation? You'll see a physical shift, a mental in a being level, and even a physical shift. You'll feel it. So just I request all of you to share on the chat what was your shift, what was your experience from this whole manifestation. How did you experience the truth of Ekoham Bhavishyamaha? And what is the powerful cognition which you clicked with? Yes, I request Yes, I request all of you to post your cognitions. And now we are going to be concluding this power manifestation and moving on to the next session where we would be preparing for the long awaited darshan of Swamiji himself.
Nithyananda. Hope all of you had a great time doing the power manifestation now. With this, we're going to be entering into the most awaited part of our day, preparing ourselves to receive the darshan. Today, all of us are going to be blessed with the moon of feeling connection. And the darshan is going to be starting very soon. So we request all of you to be prepared for it, be here and get ready. If you want to attend to anything, you can just make sure that there's no distraction at all around you. Make sure everything is proper. Let's sit in a deep meditative space, settle ourselves, bring back that deep restful awareness so that our inner space is ready to receive the auspicious darshan, where all of us are going to be experiencing the forms of the most graceful deities who are extremely compassionate. The forms of Paramashiva, where he manifested extreme compassion. The Chandisha Anugraha Murti, Kirata Murti, Chakradana Swarupa Murti. These are all the forms where he just showers boons upon his devotees. Chakradana Swarupa form is the form where Paramashiva granted the Sudarshana Chakra as a boon to Mahavishnu. Even now, you see any deity of Mahavishnu, you'll always see the Sudarshana Chakra there. If any of you are new to Hinduism and you do not know what Sudarshana Chakra is, if you see the picture of Bhagavan Vishnu, you would be seeing a rotating disc around his finger. That is Sudarshana Chakra. So that was also gifted as a boon by Paramashiva. Same way, Kirata Murti, the form where Paramashiva himself comes down in the form of a hunter just to shower Arjuna with boons and give him the Pashupatastra, the most powerful weapon, as a boon to him. Same way, Chandisha Anugraha Murti, where just for Chandisha, Bhagavan himself comes down physically and showers him with boons and blessings. So today, any boons and blessings that you want, you'll be showered with it. And not just that, you'll experience the deep feeling.
So we're planning our next holiday. But on our last trip... Ben, sing live set!
You want, you'll be showered with it. And not just that, you'll experience the deep feeling connection, the power of feeling connection. Now, before we enter into the darshan, all these gifts we are receiving because of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, right? The moment we say Hinduism, what's the picture that comes in your mind? Probably the picture of temples, where you remember the marvelous structures that are there around the globe. Where they're carving, the way they are sculpted, everything is so extremely unique. And these temples
remains as a testimony of the advanced civilizations that we Hindus were. Today, these temples are not just a dead museum, they are an alive ecosystem. To this day, each of these temples produced incarnations to planet Earth. All of us know Swamiji landed, incarnated in the sacred land of Tiruvannamalai, and Swamiji literally grew up in the lap of Arunachala, spending a lot of his time in the temple, around the temple. In fact, the Nithyananda Janma Bhumi is located within the temple premises, the sixth prakaram of Arunachaleshwara temple. So the temples acted as an ecosystem. To this day, they still continue to function as an ecosystem that produced the best geniuses, incarnations to planet Earth.
So now the temples that are there, what is the moment we say temple? What do you first remember? Probably the carvings, the deities. Now I have a question for all of you. who is the largest collector of the deities? All the Hindu deities. Who's the largest collector of deities in the whole world? Any guess? This person started collecting the deities, carving the deities just when he was 3 years old. In fact, the first deity he started connecting with was when he was even younger. Any guesses? Who is the largest collector of deities? Come on, you all can post it in the chat. Absolutely. I can see white smiles and post so many people posting Swamiji, Swamiji. Yes, you're right. Nithya Venkateshananda, that's the right answer. Yes, that's the right answer. I see many of you posting. See, Swamiji is the collector of the largest number of deities in the whole world. And he is the, I should say, even the youngest in the whole world to start collecting deities. Collecting deities, carving deities, were Swamiji's passion from his childhood. As young as 3-year-old kid, Swamiji used to connect to the deities, do puja to the deities. And even now, this is Swamiji's passion. Actually, at any time when there was programs, the physical programs are happening, and there used to be a break, Swamiji will immediately go off to Sacred Arts University, where the deities, it's like a huge workshop where the deities are carved exactly as per the agamas. Or Swamiji will be going to the temple, because that is Swamiji's passion. You'll always see Swamiji will be micromanaging to the detail. Like Swamiji knows in which temple what deity is there, and what is the height of those deities, what is the probability those deities are having. All these details. Such micromanagement. So today, this Kailasa's Nithyananda Sacred Arts University is standing tall as the world's largest, the Sacred Arts University with the largest number of deities. So we are going to be sharing with all of you about what exactly is this Sacred Arts University. What is this huge revival that Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is doing?
And we are going to be taking you all through the tyaga, the dedication, the hard work that Swamiji has put in to establish this, so that the whole of humanity can benefit from this. Today, if a person, let's say you are sitting somewhere in the remote corner, let's say somewhere in Alaska maybe, and suddenly you are having an interest, oh, I really want to connect to Paramashiva, I want to worship Paramashiva. Just for you, like if you have an intention and you want to establish a community around, wherever you are, Swamiji has established such an amazing infrastructure which can provide to anybody anywhere on planet Earth for them to establish a full-fledged temple, not just keeping the deities, but to be able to run a whole ecosystem, right from the Vedagamic rituals, the Abhishekams, Alankarams, Homas, Yajnas, and being able to run a Goshala, Annadan, Naivedyams, every single bit of it, Swamiji will help you replicate it in your place and create an ecosystem for you to live and experience the benefits. This is literally what is the vision that Kailasa's Nithyananda Sacred Arts University stands for.
Actually, I just wanted to also share how this started, right? Actually, Swamiji started this, he was in his childhood itself. And as we were sharing, even now, Swamiji personally micromanages. Here you can see, this is an image of Swamiji reading the agamas, and from the agamas, every single detail of the deities are carved exactly as per the agamas. Swamiji himself opens the agamic books, all the agama books, and he reads the Sanskrit verses and translates it. Many times Swamiji himself translates it and gets the reference of every single deity, how they are supposed to be and how the measurement is supposed to be made. Like, we do not use the modern method of using a ruler or any of those. We still have the traditional practice of using a coconut leaf or a palm leaf, and how exactly the agamas describe. Agamas are the scriptures revealed directly by Paramashiva himself to Parashakti. Those recorded is what is agamas. And these are the most authentic form of Hindu scriptures. Extremely old scriptures that are still available to humanity. And Swamiji micromanages it by going through every agama and find the exact detail and descriptions and however it is given, making the deities exactly as per that.
To this detail is amazing. Today, if you go to any of Kailasa's temples, whether you see Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti, or the deity of Venkateshwara, Ganapati, Subramanya, each of them, the way they are carved, the precise measurements, the type of stone used, what should be carved, what are the type of jewelry that they're supposed to wear, what are the type of rituals that they're supposed to have, every single thing is personally micromanaged. Every single thing is taken based on the agamic reference. For us, the Hindus around the world, to experience the authentic Hinduism, to be able to experience these life sciences connecting with deity, connecting with divine, Swamiji has poured his life into Kailasa's Nithyananda sacred arts.
When Swamiji was just 9 years old, Swamiji had the darshan of Devi at Unnamalai Amman Sannidhi, which is in Tiruvannamalai, Swamiji's birthplace in Annamalaya temple, on the auspicious day of Navaratri. And as soon as Swamiji had the darshan, immediately Swamiji went and carved the beautiful deity of Devi Parashakti out of soapstone. You all can see here, actually, this is the first of many thousands of stone deities that are being made in the Sacred Arts University today. When Swamiji actually shared this with Raghupati Yogi, who's yoga guru, Raghupati Yogi immediately checked Swamiji's nadi, energy channels, and confirmed that he has actually been exposed to extremely high frequency vibration. That is what is darshan. And this deity, what we showed you, was personally hand carved by Swamiji, which marks the inception of the Nithyananda Sacred Arts University.
And what we see here was a passion that started at the tender age of 3. Swamiji's first deity was Mahaganapati, and which grew into carving the first stone deity at the age of 9. But connecting with deities started at the very age of 3. In Swamiji's first Chaturmasya, Swamiji's guru had initiated Swamiji into Bala Sannyas. And even much before that, Swamiji had fed Mahaganapati, a small deity of Ganesha. Each one of the temples that we are seeing today, the glorious temples that stand tall, singing the glories of Hinduism, showering the humanity with immense benefits. All of this started at the grassroots level at the age of 3 itself.
And not just that, through this, Swamiji is reviving a unique community, an indigenous tradition called as the Vishwakarma community, who had completely dedicated their life entirely for ages. Their lineage have been doing this, carving the deities, and have become adepts in this. But unfortunately, due to industrialization and heavy persecution, the next generation Hindus are not ready to take this forward, and this community is dying. It's almost in the verge of extinction itself. And Swamiji has revived this community, and we need to know Swamiji himself personally sits and carves these deities. Many times, irrespective of day or night, even at night time, just holding one lantern, lamp, Swamiji will be sitting and carving the deity. Understand, today what we all are seeing, we are saying that this is the largest, Swamiji is the largest collector of deities, and we're seeing how huge, humongous contribution Swamiji has been doing through this Nithyananda Sacred Arts University. But all of these started, the story behind this is sheer hard work and unparalleled passion for Sanatana Hindu Dharma and his deep feeling connection with the deities, which is what Swamiji is reviving today in this large scale. And
vision that Swamiji has through the Nithyananda Sacred Arts University is to procure, collect, traditionally make and preserve the temple arts and temple traditions and cultural heritage of Hinduism. The vision with which Swamiji established this is to make anywhere more than 10,000 Hindus living in anywhere around the world, they should have a full-fledged temple running for all those Hindus to benefit the lifestyle of Hinduism, to benefit the ecosystem of Hinduism. And these temples literally act like living spaces where the superconscious energy resides in infinite continuum, in Swamiji's words, which means having its own independent intelligence and benefiting the society by showering it. Though we have so many modern infrastructures, machines, and so many things right now, still the modern architecture is not able to catch up to the advanced infrastructures that our ancient rishis, our ancestors, kings have built. And
take
Swamiji
for an example. For an example, please Google and see which is the world's tallest granite structure. Take a moment, all of you can Google and see world's tallest granite structure. Even to this day, it is the Brihadishwara temple, sometimes also called as Tanjavur Periyakovil. So what our ancestors have done was something like unimaginable. The contribution they had done. See, today you cannot find wherever you can see, especially in South India, where this temple is located. You will not see their forts or their palaces. You won't find their palaces as grand or like even available to us, because their whole focus was on temples, building huge deities. There are some unimaginable level architecture. But it is in this modern day, all that is dying. So this is a huge effort that Swamiji has taken to revive all those indigenous communities back, making the opportunities available for them. And everything, as we were sharing, everything that Swamiji is, making it happen in the Sacred Arts University. It's like for every single piece, there is a reference, the kind of books that Swamiji has collected. Just for reference, Swamiji collects so many books on how these deities are supposed to be done and educates these indigenous communities as well as the team that is preparing these deities. So that every single, like if a person is supposed to be sitting and carving the deities, they're educated to that level where they know it's exactly done as per the agamas.
We have various scriptures in Hinduism, such as Shilpa Shastra and so many other scriptures, which precisely explain to us the process of deity making. And every single step, right from the process of identifying the best stone, from the process of to the process of how to make the measurements, how do we start this work, each one of it Swamiji has worked personally. Today we can see grand temples all over the world. Whether it is Kailasa, Los Angeles, you can see the temples, the deities, they're all larger than life size. They're not just small deities. Each of these deities are larger than life size. Today, anyone who wants to connect, these temples, these deities are accessible for people. We can see these huge deities that so beautifully stand and grace anyone who comes to those places. And Kailasa, Malaysia, we can see each of these have the deities that are made, carved. Here we can see the Nithyanandeshwara Hindu temple in Houston, Adinam. Each deities that all of you are seeing here are all carved in Nithyananda Sacred Arts Hindu University, and they are gifted to temples around the world. Each of these temples that we see around the world today, every single one of them are all carved in Nithyananda Sacred Arts University and distributed to the world, people around the world. We can see in Houston, Adinam, Toronto, and we can see various other granite works, the different deities here. Annapurani, Pratyangira. Here we can see Ganesha, Venkateshwara, Kalabhairava, various different deities. Each of these are actually carved exactly as per Agamas. We all can see here. These are all the 64 Nayanmars and various Siddhas, the deities of different Siddhas. Each of them have a unique description given in Agamas. Like, for example, which Siddha is supposed to have what kind of jewelry, which Siddha is supposed to have what kind of attire. Every single thing is elaborately given in the Agamas. And the references are taken directly from the Shilpa Shastra, and that is made, the deities that you're all seeing here are carved. Every nuances, every detail is micromanaged to be carved as per that. Here we can see these are all various deities that are carved, which are all being energized, which will be sent to the temples world over, to the Kailasas around the globe, for these deities to radiate the superconscious energy in the respective localities. Here, just for one example, we can see here how this is the Yantreshwara, the Linga, which has Devi, the energy of Devi, Paramashiva Shakti, through the Sri Yantra carving on top. And we can see it has, as a lingam, it carries the energy of Paramashiva, and on the bindu is energy of the Guru. And all three, the Sri Chakra is energy of Devi, and the bindu in the center of the Sri Chakra is energy of the Guru. This is just one example of a carving exactly as it is described in our scriptures, which stands in each of the places and radiates the superconscious energy. These are all various different deity workshops, which we take artisans from world over, from the Vishwakarma community, and Swamiji is reviving, supporting this whole community by enabling this community to carve the deities exactly as per Agamas in the traditional method, which is not just keeping this tradition alive, which is making this tradition survive and thrive and beautifully flourish back again. Each of these that we're all seeing is the testimony of the hard work, the passion that Swamiji has put into making these available for each of us. What we saw now is just one of the sections, the granite section of the Sacred Arts University. The next is the metal deities, the carving of deities through Panchaloha, through metal and making that available for all of us. And this goes back approximately to the year 1987, where just at the age of 10 years, during one of the Navaratri festival celebrations, Swamiji had the darshan of Sri Chakra. And the moment Swamiji had the darshan of the Sri Chakra, Swamiji ran back to the house and took the geometry box, compass from the geometry box of his pre-monastic brother, and Swamiji carved the Sri Yantra. This Sri Yantra is one of the most complicated geometrical structure, and Swamiji carved it. The moment Swamiji had the darshan, he carved it precisely as it is. This passion, this dedication started at a young age, which is what today has grown into the largest collection of metal deities, Panchaloha deities, available for humanity. As each of you are seeing these different manifestations, or different aspects of deities, different aspects of Hindu ecosystem being made available, it is sincere hard work which Swamiji has done for more than last 40 years, making it available to all of us. If you feel, oh my God, this is a colossal work, and this is just one of the pillars of Kailasa. In each aspect, Swamiji pours his life, pours his energy, time, passion to make these pillars, to revive these pillars back for Hinduism to flourish. As you all listen to this, as you all watch it, I'm seeing many of you post, it's amazing. Many of you are posting that, you never knew this before. If you feel that you want to be a part of this revival, you want to stand up, you want to experience this revival in your life, you want to be a part of this huge mission, you can become a part by becoming a part of Sarvagnya Pita. Even if you have an intention, don't worry whether you're able to take the step now or not. That is second. Even if you have the intention in you, take a few minutes, head to the link that we are projecting to all of you. You all can head to sksjp.org. Please head to the link. All of you can sign up. Even if you have an intention, go ahead and put your intention. Whatever you want, whether you want to be a part, you want to contribute your time, you want to contribute your treasure, or you want to dedicate your life to this sacred revival, you can go ahead and sign up and become a part. You can become a part. Here is the link. You can sign up to become a Sarvagnya Pita Yajaman. Or if you have the intention to become a Sarvagnya Pita Yajaman, you all can head to sksjp.org/contribute. The links are projected for you all. And if you want, you can even scan the QR code. Or if you feel, I want to dedicate my whole life for this mission, Kailasa welcomes you to join, become a sannyasi, to stand, to be a part of this revival, to enjoy being a part of this glorious revival of Kailasa.
Now we will also be sharing with all of you the link to sign up. It's sksjp.org. Request all of you, just take a few minutes. Whoever feels resonates with this cause. You're not even actually covered 10% of the work Swamiji has done for Sacred Arts University. We have within the Sacred Arts University, Nithyananda Sacred Arts University itself, there are multiple branches, as you were mentioning. Like now we were seeing about the sheet work. When Swamiji had actually carved it, Sri Yantra is a very complicated carving. And without seeing any reference image, Swamiji had carved this Sri Yantra. And Swamiji's guru, Mata Vibhutananda Puri, who taught Swamiji Vedanta, Tantra, and Sri Vidya, was shocked seeing his impeccable reproduction of this complex geometry just by having the darshan alone. And that's when Mata Vibhutananda Puri had initiated Swamiji into the Sri Vidya worship. There are now today across all the temples, you'll be seeing all these sheet works in the form of prabhavalis or the kavachams of the deities. You'll be seeing these across all the Kailas, various temples that are there. Who all have seen, who all have been to Kailasa, Los Angeles or Kailasa, Toronto, and you're seeing these kavachams or the prabhavalis that are around the deities in these temples. You all can share with us in the chat.
And the way even all these carvings are made, I'd like to share an example with all of you. Now, let's say if you want to carve the deity of Dakshinamurti, our agamas elaborately describe these forms or these manifestations of the different forms of the deities. And every single one of them, there is a very specific, particular kind of a kavacham that is supposed to be done. If you are doing a kavacham for Dakshinamurti, there's a very particular or specific kavacham that is supposed to be done. If you are doing a kavacham for Kalabhairava, each of these are taken exactly as per agamas and they are made. Now I'll take example of just today's deities that we are all going to be having the darshan of. Whether it is Chandisha Anugraha Murti, whether it is Pashupata Anugraha Murti, each of these forms are very, very beautifully described in our agamas. Each of these forms are very elaborate descriptions are given based on which the deities are carved. Now, we will chant the Dhyana Shloka of Chandesha Anugraha Murti to all of you, and let us meditate on this form. Chandesham pitavarnam yugakara sahitam dakshhaste chatankam vame krishnam dhadhanam varasahitam parvati vamabhagam Chandeshasyotamange pratinihitakaram dakshabhage trinetram sarvalankara yuktam shashidara kaladham ganga yuktamede देवस्य दक्षिणभागे तु चण्डेशं तु प्रकल्पयेत् देवस्य बाहुमत्रेण चण्डेशायाम उच्यते न्यस्त्यव्योमप्रसादेन चण्डेशो भक्तिसंयुतः चण्डेश्वरं रक्तवर्णं बालभूषणभूषितं देवशिरसि चण्डस्य लीलया परिशोभितं चण्डेशानुग्रह प्रोक्तम्. The next is the Kirata Murti. Chaturbhujam Trinetram cha Jata Makuta Samyutam Sarvabharana Samyuktam Divyambhara Samavitam Dhanurbhana Samayuktam Krishna Parashu Samyutam Upavitam Samayuktam Samabhagatanum Kuru Vame Gauri Samayuktam Dakshane Tvarjunastitaha Arjuna Swarupam Ekavaktram Dvinayanam Jata Makuta Samyutam Sarvabharana Samyuktam Kritanjaliputam Stitam Evam Kairatamah Kyatham. Is Chakradhana Swarupa Murti. विष्णुस्त्वीशपुरस्थितो अजलीकरो देवस्य पादाब्जयोः संस्थाप्याक्षीलत्यमाल्यमनिशं पीताम्बरं कौस्तुभम् यस्तस्मै दयापरं पशुपतिं पद्माक्ष इत्याख्ययाम् टङ्कं कृष्णम् अग्रं वरं च दधतं चक्रप्रदं तं भजे एकवक्त्रं त्रिनेत्रं च जटामकुटसंयुतं दधं मेनं च परशुं वरदं चैव वामके दक्षिणे चक्रसंयुक्तं दातृरूपमिहोच्यते देवस्य वामभागे तु श्यामरूपं सुसंस्थितं सर्वाभरणसंयुक्तं पीतवस्त्रोत्तरीयकं शङ्खं चक्रं समायुक्तम् उत्तरे चञ्जलिंस्ययेत् एवं लक्षणसंयुक्तं विष्णुरूपमिहोच्यते. Now, each of these forms, as we saw, is precisely described. For example, how when we chanted the Dhyana Shloka of Kiratamurti, that whole chanting very precisely describes how Paramashiva is standing and he is very tall, he has a bow, and next to Paramashiva to the left side, Devi is standing and she is also blessing, and to the at Paramashiva's feet, Arjuna is bowing his head, he's having an Anjali Mudra, and the description of him, it says Paramashiva has 3 eyes, Arjuna has 1 eye, one face. Each of these are, sorry, Arjuna has 2 eyes and one face. Each of these forms are so precisely described. Now, when the Sacred Arts University, when they carve the deities, the references are taken from the Agamas, each of the Dhyana Shloka, how precisely their forms are described. And based on this description, the deities are carved. Whether we take the sheet work, whether we take the granite work, the marble deities, every single one of them are carved with precision. Here we can see how Swamiji goes through these agamas, ensures, micromanages that the way these deities are carved are exactly as per the agamas. Actually, when Swamiji does the deity carving, he is so passionate, ensures every bit of it, every detail is as per the agamas. Now, let us all get ready to receive the darshan, to receive the blessings of Chandesha Anugrahamurti and various different manifestations of Paramashiva.
Please sit at the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and chant the Mahavakya. Let's get ready to receive the darshan.